What's going on, folks? That's right, it's fucking Valentine's Day. Better get those dicks wet. You better get your girlfriends lubed up. I know mine is. She ain't gonna be walking right the next week. How y'all doing? It is the 14th of February. That's right, 2019, and Trump is still your fucking president. And we're coming to you live from the middle of your right hand. That's right, the great state. Bringing in, that's right, Darby Crash. And we're live, Darby. Steven! Oh, okay. He's oh, okay. I was gonna say Steven's celebrating Valentine's Day with his new girlfriend, Righty Tighty. Dear Nikki. She said, "Oh my!" when I said righty tighty.
I'm gonna go out of the ordinary tonight, though, and do a stranger.
Oh shit! You're not talking what I think you're talking.
Yeah, the left hand.
What?
Oh yeah.
What? I should go live on YouTube, huh? Or not YouTube.
You already are.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then all my family sees me smoking marijuana, and then they're like, "Oh, tell me something we don't know." Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die. I need to get some Ryan Celicia. I still don't know how to say his last name, but...
You said Ryan Celeste before.
What? I'm going to have Google tell me what his name is.
There you go.
Will Google tell me that?
You should. Google Translate.
Damn.
Are you gonna drink the cran tomorrow night?
It doesn't tell us what's in it.
He told you what's in the cran.
What is it?
Oh shit, it's just cranberry, vodka. There might be something else, and
Stirs with his dick.
It can't be the true cran unless Joe stirs it with his dick, though.
RYANCELSIUS.
I put it in the thing, and it... Oh, let me put it as one word. It, like, spelt it out. Okay.
Ryan Celsius.
Oh, Ryan Celsius.
Ryan Celsius. Ryan Celsius.
Yeah.
Ryan Celsius.
Celsius. Okay. It's just spelled different.
Was it? Oh, okay. I was gonna say spell out Celsius and see if it's the same spell.
It's spelled with S's instead. That's why. Yo, what up, chat? Is anyone even alive? Steven's like, out here! Walk it like I talk it. Walk it like I talk it. Talk like I walk it. Maybe talk and walk it. I know I did watch a little bit of it actually this morning of Out of Nowhere, and Tommy accidentally called Joe Ken, and he's like, "What the fuck? Get off my fucking show!"
I thought maybe you were gonna talk about how he was like, "Oh, hi, Joe," and Joe was like, "Hey, can you just wait till I introduce you first?"
Oh.
And he was just fucking around with him.
It is funny. Hey, can you just like shut the fuck up and wait a minute? I laid that bitch out. Happy Valentine's Day. Walk it like I talk it.
Walk it in my pocket.
Are you watching this? It's like 70s disco shit.
No, I'm not watching it.
Dude, this is okay. This is
Out of Nowhere right now.
Oh, okay. Well, then if you're listening to that, I might as well get that going. I was gonna say, every time you do the 7 days, you have to do that.
Yeah, well, you got me thinking, you know, and last night or the other night, and about how I normally only listen to Out of Nowhere or Monetize This.
Oh.
And last night I actually listened to, like, Ask Joe Anything.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I got home from work today, I was like, oh yeah, Out of Nowhere is on, and from last night. Let's check it out, and yeah, I like the fact, you know, it's not all about wrestling.
No, it's not, and
But they do talk a lot about it, but not all the time.
And it probably scares you a little bit too to know what wrestling's turned into. You personally, I mean, like
the voicemail.
Because I know, I mean, honestly, you probably haven't like really watched it. Probably what?
Is because
what,
I'm on this other
years?
name, I don't have any of that.
Yeah.
Shit.
And like,
that's
yeah, and now you're hearing what they're talking about, and you're like, what?
We gotta like turn all this shit off.
What? This wasn't even a thing.
You know
like,
what sucks?
Yeah.
Is, like, some of it you can only turn off when Skype's closed, so I'd have to like close you down to like fucking.
Can't silence me.
Yeah. Oh well, whatever. But anyway, guys, there is
like,
good news about Skype right now. The good news is
I didn't know about that till about like 3 months ago.
I believe I can take Skype phone calls, and I don't know if it will ring or whatever.
It's basically kind of when it started.
What's the case on the phone? Because I haven't tested this part of it out yet. When that multiple calls come in.
Oh, what
but
Japan
339. You can see it over here, right over here in this corner. 339-226.
There's always there's
you can call
there's always
tonight
ones
like
in,
you used to call in.
And we China.
Yeah, we should. We'll find out how it works.
That one they're talking
see
about.
How it goes.
It's been around
of course,
forever.
you guys can donate tonight, and you can see if. Can you hear this, Jake?
China and Japan, like they have their own thing. Like
damn thing. But we'll see.
If anybody wants to add me on Skype, I think the
like
name
they have all their own
figured out
superstars
was,
over there.
Daniel.
You know what I'm saying?
Daniel JC 2009_1 or something stupid. I have no idea.
I could find it. Yeah.
It's fucked up.
Nothing's ever easy.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. It's so fucked up.
Daniel JC 2009_1. That was it.
So fucked up. We can take a call though, man. Let's take a call and see how it works. Hey, 678, what's up? Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh, see, it is buzzing. Jake said he had that problem earlier. Oh, and tell me if it buzzes now. Is it buzzing now?
No.
It's not buzzing? Okay, so you know what it is? It's when it's plugged into the charger that it buzzes, Jay.
Ah, okay, yeah, because it was like ear-piercingly deadly. It was awful.
Yeah.
It was intense, like camping.
It was
Sounded
intense,
like
like
you were dying or
camping.
something.
Oh my god, sounded like my fucking mom's Razer.
The other thing, Jake's really good at what he does. Like, getting his information and shit. It's
Who is
crazy.
this? What's up?
You know what I mean?
This is
Yeah.
Jared Balloon, my friend.
Oh,
Jared.
dropping bombs
Is
in
it
the
really
chat already.
Is it really Barone or is it's not Baron?
No, it's not Baron. Yeah, it's
Well, yeah, the
Jesus
other thing
Christ,
too,
bro.
I know
I
you're
was like,
listening
I've
to
been
it,
saying
but
it wrong.
that's why I wanted you to listen to
Barone.
it too, because
Been
there's a
saying
lot
it
of
wrong for
times where
like
Tommy's
7
on here for like an
fucking
hour and a
weeks.
half,
That's
and they're just
retarded.
going ham on them, and it's funny, you know what I mean?
Well, no, I fucking drank like half a bottle of wine with my parents.
With your parents?
Stop drinking. Stop drinking.
You drank it with your parents?
I just started it over. I'm at
Yeah,
like
my mom
10
drank a
minutes.
bottle of wine. Well, she drank like a glass, and I drank like 3 glasses.
Jesus Christ, that's awesome. We're getting hammered with my parents, and then they're gonna hammer me.
Hammer with nails, man. But yeah, no. Back to the show. I don't mean to be oh my god. You know, I don't. Never mind.
Interrupting. No, you're good. I got you.
I got you. Wish I was drunk like you though. That'd be great.
Yeah, that sounds good right about now after this
Sounds
day.
amazing. Holy shit, dude.
Dude, the
Mom,
forest
are you
I
sure
made
you're
really
not
came
Tommy's
in
mom?
good.
Oh, fuck
Oh
yeah.
man, no. Tommy's mom would fuck her right now, but you know, Tommy would probably get upset.
Oh my god. Dude, that's so fucked up, but I like it. It's weird.
Just
that
don't mention his animator. You can talk about his mom, just not the one that illustrates for him.
the animator? Oh my god,
Yeah,
yeah.
the
Say
illustrator.
something about his mom, dude.
That would be like the best wrestling name. Like, what if like Tommy's mom came out? The Animator.
Yeah. I'd love to animate for her. Just draw her a nice little... Draw her a present that his dad can't give her.
President Joe's Giant Cock. Welcome to Joe Cronin's Giant Cock Mania.
That's all the
Jesus.
pyro you need.
Yeah, the only problem with this so far that I've noticed with the call is that it's low. You know, I gotta like figure out a way to turn it up a little bit. It's okay, but it needs to go up higher.
Jared's turned up enough.
I don't think Phil
Yeah, he's
played
all drunk.
long.
Hey, so I gotta move on, Jared, but you know what, dude? What's
Why
going
you
on
say
with
that?
Because it's on day
elimination chamber
38.
and shit? Are you ready for this? What do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Mustafa Ali, man. I don't know what the fuck he did to himself. He probably like shoved his dick in the wrong hole, and he probably messed up Vince's nightmare. He probably gave Vince a nightmare, and he's like, yo, I don't know what's going on. You're not black, so get the fuck out of the elimination chamber.
Yeah, you're almost black, so he kicked him out of the chamber. Is that what you're saying?
I guess.
Apparently, they're
Jesus.
really upset that he's not able to compete. They had, I guess, a few big plans for him, and
Yeah.
they were hoping that this wouldn't be an issue. So
They do this every few years, where
Charlotte!
they have a little guy
Did you hear him
like,
say
steal
Charlotte
the
yet?
show or whatever. And so you could feel that that's what they were doing with him, and now they can't do
Yeah.
that. So
It's
I mean, they literally gave Kofi that
Press pause,
spot,
let's see
which
what
was
it is.
designed for Mustafa Ali.
right.
I heard that.
I'm like an hour and 23 minutes, but
Are you sure you want to go back?
Yeah, I'm sure. That'll be fine.
I'm at 12:51. Let me know. Because I'm ready on the play button. So just let me know.
– 47, 48, 49, 50,
After
51.
SmackDown last
52.
night,
Okay.
and again, it was confirmed earlier today that the reason Kofi lasted all that time, it wasn't to push Kofi. It wasn't even really to make him look more credible being thrown into the match last minute.
But
This was
I'll be right back.
pre-planned. This was
No problem.
Mustafa Ali's spot. Everything that Kofi did Ali was going to do, how long he lasted, how he got eliminated. You know, they wanted to make him look like the ultimate underdog going into Sunday's show, and they had big plans for spots with him Sunday as well. So Vince and others are really devastated that he's not able to compete, from what I've heard so far.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that they're pissed.
It's a shame. I think that, I mean, Brian's going to have to retain the title due to the fact that, I mean, it just wouldn't be good for his gimmick because, I mean, you know, the green peace type shit, you know, I mean, I love it. I think, I don't know, we'll see what happens.
I think it's funny, but, yeah, I think it's funny. He's like one of the funniest guys going, and that's just weird that that's how it is. That's how pathetic everything else is, man. But, yeah, man, we'll take a call from you probably again later, and definitely tomorrow, and monetize this, Jared.
Hell yeah.
Cam, one more thing. What about Elias? Like, what do you guys think about Elias? Like, that's just my line.
I mean, I think that, like, you know, anybody that thinks he's gonna like really grow and become a wrestler, it seems like not under Vince. You know, under Vince, it's like, you know, just keep really going out there and doing the same thing to a different person. It's the old reliable with him.
Yeah, there was talk about having him on the pre-show Sunday and get interrupted yet again, and you know, but he has no match, no set, you know, opponent or anything like that. So, like Joe said, that's kind of like, you know, Old Faithful for them. They're just going to keep going back to that well repeatedly.
He's really good, man. I just hope once Vince dies, Triple H comes in, and then everything's good.
Oh, Vince is dying right now, man. Look. He's blowing up, guys. Jared Baron. Jared
How far
Baron.
does your wireless
Jared
headset go?
Baron starts the show off, and let me see if I can click these
pretty much
to work here.
it'll start cutting.
Oh shit!
I know the setup of your house.
Shit!
It'll start cutting out at the washer and dryer. Like I can,
Oh my god, dude!
I mean, it'll work. It just starts cutting. Like if I stick my head in the refrigerator, it cuts right out.
Oh my god, dude, wait a minute, that was Jared Barron.
Yeah,
that was, so
door.
he donated.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it in the fucking chat now.
Pretty good distance.
Yeah, he started off the show with a 50 bomb in the super
So
chats, and then he put in 250.
That worked
What
out
the
great for
fuck?
me for
So he
Dude,
said, look out for my call, and that's why I was like, oh wow, look at that, he got through right away.
I took his
By
call.
coincidence, didn't even know it was him when he called through.
Dude, I didn't even know that was
For me
him. I
going to
just
my
took his.
kitchen.
I mean, I just took his call because it was a call and I wanted to try it. And
in the
Jared
bathroom.
Baron,
You're still-
he makes the call.
This motherfucker just
Takes the call.
donates $250. Hey, my number starts with
He
407.
pays by the hour. I pay by the minute.
God damn, that was
You and
amazing.
everything,
A
and
200
and
dude. Monetize
so
this is
awesome.
Friday night. Oh my
'Cause I'm taking,
Christ.
like,
Jared
maybe
with the drop of
about
out
2
of
weeks,
nowhere.
you know, I'm gonna
Holy
give myself
shit,
a
make some
wireless one
noise
finally.
for Jared Barron. Everybody spam him in the chat, psychotic messages.
Maybe sooner.
Like, at him in the chat. Everybody at him weird shit in the chat right now for that. That was insane. That was beast stuff. That was beast stuff.
Makes me want to come over there and smell your fucking prostate.
Smell your prostate. Here's my Skype name. Let me see. Okay, so I think it's Daniel JC 2009 _1. I think that's what it is. So that's the Skype name. Believe it or not, it's a stupid fucking Skype name, but that's it. So just search
You can
that.
try and call in the phone number tonight.
Yeah, you can try to call in on the phone number, but if you're an old Skype person, you can add me on Skype there. Just make sure you add me on Skype there, and I will re-add you. This goes out to all the OGs, like Matt the Misfit and people like
Jared is a beast, brah. Holy she.
that. Holy shit! Can you hear these yet, Jake?
Not yet.
All right, let me mute you again. That usually helps it. Yo, that was insane, man. Jared Barron with a fucking mega drop. Wow.
Joe, I am so glad you are on. I cannot express my true feelings for the goddess Mandy Rose on air correctly. She makes me stroke it like Tommy North Carolina does to pictures of you. Joe, when I think of Mandy, I just want to put my...
This Mandy Rose they're talking about is fucking hot, dude.
God damn, Corey Graves. You may be in trouble with the WWE Wellness after that one, Corey Graves. But I really appreciate that. That was insane, to say the least. Holy shit, bro. You know what's funny is I forgot to tell Tommy. Tommy said he was going to call in. I forgot to tell him.
Holy shit, Jared.
Oh, damn, yeah, just Google
John
it.
Wills
Okay,
with a
she
holy
is.
shit for Jared. Tommy NC. Oh, here we go. I gotta add Tommy here. Let me see if I can get his thing to work. I gotta replay his earlier one. It's crazy.
Jared, you are a beast, bro, lol.
Jared, you are a beast right now, dude. You're an absolute insane beast, Jared. This is fucking crazy, Jared. You threw my whole show off. I was getting ready to talk about everything, and just Jared is hammered right now. He's probably gonna fucking regret this tomorrow, because he's just.
Yep.
He's drinking, man.
He sure
I know
will.
he's drinking because
That's what I think. I was
dude,
like,
you drink with
dude,
your
like-
parents. Like that's when, you know, things are getting a little weird when that's going on.
He
And I
said
love
he's
it,
drinking
man.
with his parents.
You know, I mean, like I'm down with that. I wish I'd drink with my mom, but I'd be afraid to touch her. So I'd be like, you know what? Let's not, you know, mom. Let's just not do this.
Super chat.
Enzo shops dimes into Tommy's says how y'all doing.
Yo, what's up, Glorious Eugene? I know we played it a few nights ago, but yeah, Tommy asked Bailey to buy him breakfast a few nights ago. We talked about that. That was weird.
Start right now. Joe, I mean Dan Law. Drunky drunk XRY BJ drunk.
Jesus Christ. Jared Barron is loaded. There's the 50 drop. There's the 50 drop. This is unreal right now from Jared Barron. What is going on?
Now we gave him $300.
Piece of shit.
What is happening right now? What the fuck?
Because you farted on my husband.
God
I just
damn,
would
Jared.
laugh if, like, a week from now,
What's going on? Yo,
Joe's like,
Jacob's
yeah, I need some donations. That Jared guy's a piece of shit.
Oh, can you hear the sound?
They came for his money.
Thumbs up.
Let's beast with Let's beast.
I guess not. Jared, thank you, man, for the $50 on top of $250. That's $300. So, Out of Nowhere is paid for tonight.
Yep.
Out of Nowhere is brought to you tonight by Jared Barron.
Maybe I should donate
thank
like
you, Jared.
10 grand and just buy everything.
Let's get one more in here.
And just
Yo,
pit,
Zach,
just
what's up,
yeah,
Zach?
I'll just
If Kofi
fuck
was
you,
Sunday,
Brian
do you
Himmelfarb,
think he would
and
make the
everybody
have
else. Like,
pancakes and unicorns. On the side, name plates.
That's a good idea.
I'll donate
Zach.
10 grand
Maybe if
and
Kofi
what
wins,
bygones we got.
pancakes on the side of the belt.
And then Joe will probably be like,
That
oh
would be
my
pretty
god,
crazy.
Nicky
It would be a
J!
hell of a shock if Kofi
You could
Kingston
come-
won. You can see them
come
doing
over here,
something
I'll
weird
suck
like
your
that where
dick
he
next.
does win, but then, you know,
Oh.
Brian wins it back pretty quickly.
He'd probably say that too.
And maybe his buddy helps him win it back or whatever, like the next night or something. But they did something to shock everybody. Plus, Kofi Kingston deserves something. So, yeah, you know, I could see something goofy like that happen. I don't think they'll do that, but you could see it, right? Like you could really see it, man. Man, you got to give it up right now. And I'm gonna move on from it now. I don't want to spend the whole show praising him, but this is amazing, guys. He just paid for the whole show. Jared Barron with the 250 bomb, and this isn't even monetized. This Friday night is the 200th episode of Monetize This. If you're all not there this Friday night, we're going to start early. It's not going to be at 11 p.m. It's probably going to be earlier. It's nuts, dude. We're going to have crazy shit going on here. Anyway, let me just bring in Jake now. Jake, what's up, man? Can you hear anything or no? Probably not.
Yeah, I've been able to hear.
Oh, sick. All right.
You had us
Did you
muted,
fart
so
on
we were
my
laughing.
husband?
You were talking to us, but
That's all
we were
good,
muted.
man. So,
Yeah,
Jacob.
we can hear Jacob though, so that's good.
Oh, Jacob, what's up, man?
What's up, Joe? What's up? Just chilling, man.
What's up, baby? How you feeling?
Yo, I'm feeling fucking great. Your fucking show is coming up. I'm set, man. I'm ready for that show.
Hell yeah.
I'm pumped up that Skype is. Well, I figured out a fix for Skype.
Yeah, it's
But
working
yeah,
well so far.
Besides a few of the people on YouTube that have like these wrestling shows and they talk about wrestling and the history of it, I come to you guys because I think you'll know the answer to this because I'm sure you guys witnessed the whole Attitude Era. I'm sorry to bring out a random topic, but I do have a very random wrestling question.
Then he just dropped another one.
Can you do me a favor? Can you?
Now he's up to 400.
Or
He's like, here you go.
least entertaining year. Can
That's
you
what I
put in
saw.
order all the years of the Attitude Era?
Oh.
Like, what was the best year to like the most least year?
Well, I would tell you that one of my
I just
most
feel
hated years ever was last year.
You're just gonna start donating all this
I'm not
cash
kidding,
like
but if
this,
you want to
man?
you want to go back to the 90s? Is that
I've
what
been
you're saying?
listening to Joe straight for like
97
almost a
to
year
about
now,
2001, right?
and like
All right,
I've
okay,
never
I
seen
got
this
you.
Jared guy until like 3
that
weeks
is
ago.
a tough one because it's weird. Like 97 was so gritty, and it was the beginning of it that it was really, really. I loved 97. I would probably say like 98 and 99 are like the best, but I really did love 97. So I'd have to go with 2001 is probably the worst of all those years.
Yeah, it would be like 98, 99, 97, 2000, 2001 for me.
Yeah, once Stone Cold
Starting
got hurt,
from best to the worst.
The minute Stone Cold got injured, things kind of took into a new era, if that makes any sense. You know, Triple H and The Rock kind of took over, and Jericho, which was okay. It's just that they started getting a little repetitive with some of the stuff. It was all still good though. It was all, of course, still. Wow, the super chats are lit right now, dude. This place is lit, dude. It's
People are
like,
exploding.
People are ready for monetize this 200. This place is lit, guys. I can't say thanks enough. I mean, I fucking I got all the new house and all the shit we got to pay for. This is crazy, man. Needed the support. Thank you. No, so I'm going. Yeah, I'm going. 2001 is the worst. 2000 as the second worst, and then probably. I guess I'd have to. I guess 97, but I like it. Hey, do you ever watch the Ninja Turtles movies, Jared? Like the old ones? Jared, I got Jared Barron on the mind. This is Jacob. Jacob, you remember the old Ninja Turtle movies, the originals?
Yeah, that I do.
You know how the first movie is like really dark and gritty, but the next two are kind of more goofy?
Yeah. I definitely see that. Yeah.
Because they wanted to make it more mainstream and
like
have a wider audience be able to see it.
97 was a bit like the first Ninja Turtles. It was much darker. It was more empty. They hadn't hit their stride yet.
Brian Pillman's got a gun. Yeah.
Yeah, but I loved it. Like, it was getting real. And then in 98 and 99, they'd figured out a way to sort of cartoon the Attitude Era a little bit. So that's why I have trouble saying I don't like 97. I almost like it the best. I think 98 and 99 are the staple years. But I think when you go back and watch 97, it's like really impressive to watch it now. So that's my answer. I don't know if that's good enough, but Jake, what do you think?
Oh, that's awesome.
No, I really do agree. I mean, I can't say it any better myself, honestly. You took the words out of my mouth.
All right. Yeah.
Not to not add input, but honestly, that pretty much would be verbatim what I was gonna say. So,
Jacob, what do you think, man? Is that what you think?
I didn't mean to throw a random ass question to start off the show, but it got to my mind because I was smoking and I was just going on YouTube, going through shows, and going back in the day when shit was real, And
no, you're making great sense though. You're not derailing anything. Little Dr. Drew there.
Just viewing all those Stone Cold moments, how his presence was so strong in the ring, as just not even touching nobody, just being Stone Cold Steve Austin,
Right.
It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing where this came from. Like, wrestling used to be awesome. Wrestling used to be great.
Yeah, dude.
The characters were strong and they were confident. They weren't kids. They were actually grown people.
But you can go to, but if you go to 94 or 95, that wasn't very good. That was.
Yeah.
The only difference is,
yeah. I know that.
but it didn't last long. That's the thing. Like, if you thought things started getting really bad around 93, 94, 95, things are way worse now because I think it's been bad since 2013.
You were saying something about
14,
Indiana Jones
15.
looking like, and I was like, you know what? Let's make it look like they're.
Oh, okay. Go tell Mom. I'm
This
doing a
was
show.
done a long time ago then. And there's spikes down here.
Go upstairs. I'm doing something. Jesus.
Joe, are you going to be putting anybody through a table at Mount Size 200?
Probably. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna get messed up in here, dude. I've got USB extenders for like cameras in the room. I just cleaned up the whole place.
Yeah, dude,
today.
this show sounds like it's
going
gonna be
to Home
awesome.
Depot.
I told Nicky it's gonna be on every TV. I don't give a
fuck.
fuck.
Maybe. I don't know. We'll see, man. We keep getting
like,
bombs from Jared Barron.
What did you say?
To go to Home Depot. I know that.
When I told you it's gonna be on in every room.
Although tomorrow he might call his credit card company like, oops.
She's like, yay!
Before I go, I want to ask you one last question. The whole thing with Owen Hart, you know, they're putting the Hart Foundation in the
Yeah, they're
Hall
supposed to
of
be
Fame
like
process,
watching
but,
or doing
you know,
beer
we all
pong and
know,
shit.
Everybody knows in this business
Multiple
that Owen
camera
Hart has to
setups.
be in there.
Dude, I wish they lived in
individually or
Ohio.
with the Hart Foundation. But I wanted to ask you,
Or Michigan or some shit. I'd go. I'd take so much weed.
Guys, but I don't know the answer to it.
I would.
What is the reason for Owen Hart not?
You gotta show up like
His wife won't allow them to do it.
Oh yeah, did you hear
Is it
about this?
really the wife though, or is it?
Yes, she'll sue them.
No, I didn't.
About Owen Hart?
Yeah,
Why he's
she's
not
not
in the Hall of
allowing
Fame.
them. And I mean, even right
I
now,
heard
there's
it
news
earlier
coming
when I
out
was
that they're
watching it.
possibly deciding to change the
I
lineup too already for
She said she would sue
the
him.
Hall of Fame this year. So I mean that's a little odd. There's some things going on behind
Dude,
the scenes.
it's
They said that, you know, obviously the Hall of Fame's taking
That's what
place
we're
April
listening to
6th,
right
but
now.
WWE
I
still
heard
yet to
this
announce
earlier,
any
yeah.
inductees.
Like I said, I was
Plans
like
are
an
to
hour
start
and 23
announcing them
minutes
this
in.
Monday, coming up after the Elimination Chamber on Raw. But the only name that's been heavily rumored so far is the Hart Foundation, being Bret, Jim, Neidhart, and Jimmy Hart. So they're saying now that WWE is considering changing that and not having them be part of it and finding a new, you know, headliner for the show.
Now we don't
No reason
know.
as to why has been released, but there's a lot of speculation. So
Or Owen.
We
man.
also
Or
don't
Owen. I
know.
mean,
We don't know if now it's possible that. I don't know if legally they can't do Owen. I'm not 100%, but it also may be that they won't do it without her blessing or whatever it is. You know, I don't really 100% know everything, but I know that it's obviously been her holding it back, or they would have done it.
yeah, exactly.
And Bret himself has stated on Twitter and everywhere that, you know, he's always bitching about her, like that she's petty and doesn't even respect his brother, and you know he's rolling in his grave over this probably.
Oh, no doubt. I just found it interesting. They're saying, despite it being leaked online, Brad Shepard said that he was told today that the Hart Foundation are not a lock for the Hall of Fame class, and they may go with another group instead. So that's pretty interesting to hear that.
Why did they announce it?
They didn't officially announce it, so
What?
that was never directly said by WWE. That was just
It was
passed
everywhere.
around online.
Really, like it
It's kind
seemed.
of sad though.
I-
Owen
yeah.
Hart, you know, just I also was watching his videos, man, like on YouTube, his moments in wrestling, man. He was a very articulate, very sharp guy with his wrestling and just himself as a heart. Like that's crazy. Just him, China, all these other people that belong in there, Vader, like it's crazy. But thank you for taking my call. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
back
man.
to doing.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Jacob. Yeah, because PW Insider were the first ones to report that the original Hart Foundation were going to be inducted in this year's Hall of Fame ceremony. So
Bastards, those bastards.
it was never, I guess, you know, verified by WWE, and usually we get segments of, you know, who's going to be in the Hall of Fame at this point already. Usually it's even before the Rumble most times, and we haven't gotten anything yet. So people were getting concerned, what's going on, and obviously it was kind of a tell that something isn't quite right with the you know, the tight lips and lack of information. So
Maybe they leaked it slightly so that they could send the feelers out, and then they were like,
yeah,
"Never
get
mind."
crowd reception.
Yeah, I could totally see that. Nick Ross dropping
Jared
25.
Barron, what up?
Yo, Nick Ross.
What's up?
You piece of shit.
Nick Ross, thank you, man. The super chats are hot tonight. Holy shit.
Hey Joe, how you doing tonight?
Hey, Tommy, why don't you wait till I introduce you? Fuck it. No, I'm just kidding. No, Tommy, what's going on? Nick Ross, thanks for the $25. 25, man.
Fucking wait till I
Thank you
introduce
so much, man. I'm just fucking with you, Tommy, but seriously, you should wait. But I love you.
How's it going, Tommy?
What's up? That hat looks retarded. No, I'm just kidding. No, Tommy.
You don't take it off.
Tommy, I love you, man. I'm just
What
fucking
animal
with you.
did you kill to wear that, Tommy?
No, that's like a conductor's hat.
Oh, it looked like a fur hat on my
A
screen.
vote for Marvin is a vote for freedom.
I get
Remember
you.
to vote for Marvin what this Friday? I'm getting shit-faced Friday.
I know, man. This Friday night on Monetize This, a lot of people want to vote for Marvin, and you know,
I'm gonna vote for Marvin.
they
too.
should. You know, they really should. And official dots, hang on the line there, man. I got you on hold.
I don't even know who Marvin
Frog
is.
Kid,
He's
thanks
the
for
one in those
donation.
random videos
Tommy,
that
who's
goes
gonna become,
freedom.
Who's gonna be champion
Freaking
by the
beats
end
himself
of
up in
Elimination
like the
Chamber for
backyard
men?
and shit on the rant line.
I think I know what you're
It's
talking about.
I definitely think that Daniel might hold on to the title
I agree.
for WrestleMania, but you know,
Oh shit! Oh shit!
500.
Oh shit!
100.
Fuck!
No, he's up to I think
total.
4 or
Yeah.
5.
It's coming in.
Here you go.
Oh my god!
That's what I was saying
Jared
earlier.
Byrne!
Like, yeah,
He
the
has
first
robbed
30
his
minutes, it's
parents'
33
credit
minutes.
card.
It's like 4 or
He's
500.
drinking.
Money, baby.
He's drinking with his mom, and he's like, "Ma, give me that card right now."
How much was the
Unbelievable.
donation?
$100 in a super chat. That's
Tommy's like, why can I
$350
never
from
have
Jared
that? Well,
Barron.
Tommy, you never live
Tonight.
stream.
No, that's
Well-
400. You started off.
Oh
with
my
50.
god, dude.
Started off with 50.
Yeah. We'll see if it
That's
stays. We'll
400.
see if it doesn't ever leave. Oh my god, man, that's some
Joe, I
crazy
have a
shit.
question for you about super chat and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
the thing is that it doesn't go directly to you; it goes directly to your YouTube like pay and stuff like that.
Right. That's
like,
right.
Don't you feel like more like advertising more for your donations, like because that goes into your PayPal?
Always a negative from Tommy. Always a negative.
it's-
Always a fucking negative coming from
How
you.
was your breakfast, Tommy?
No, I get it, Tommy. You are correct. I mean, I've said that. People know that, though. They know that. It's just they can donate only certain ways. So in the description box below, if you use Streamlabs, the benefit of using Streamlabs down below in the description box is that when you use Streamlabs, you click that link, you can use your PayPal, credit card, whatever you want. And when you use that, I pretty much get 98% of the money, 97% of the money, except for the taxes too. But then when you come down here to the bottom, you can see all the different donation amounts that there are. There's tons of them. There's only a few Super Chat ones. There's a ton of other ones for the Streamlabs, though. So yes, everybody knows when you do Streamlabs for the alerts, the cooler ones, I think the better ones, yeah, the money goes 100%. But when you do Super Chat, YouTube takes 30%. So yes, YouTube does take 30%. But
I'm
Easy there,
actually
chat.
thinking
Tommy,
about
you guys
making
got to remember
some-
in the chat, Tommy does, save a penny for bacon. He goes all that way.
Yes.
A few extra steps.
It's a
just
lot
to
of
save
money.
A penny for bacon. So.
it's a lot of money, dude. $350 times 30%. They just took 30% of that.
No, granted, but
No, I get
Support
what
is still nice.
Tommy's saying, but either way, whatever fucking you do, I'll take it.
Because
Hell yeah.
I try my best to push the with the like what you do. I try to push what the with it goes directly to my PayPal. So with that,
Well, yeah, I mean 70% of the donations still come in Streamlabs. 75 probably. 75% of the donations.
And the fact is that I YouTube is like saying now, oh, if there's anything negative in Super Chat, that YouTube is like, oh.
Fuck happened?
Because it was
that
negative.
happened
It was a
earlier,
negative
too.
donation.
Yeah, they're retarded. YouTube
And
is retarded.
It's like YouTube has really it's changed for the worst.
Are you drunk, Tommy,
back-
right now? Are you drunk?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. Like,
Jared's, pre-gaming tonight for Friday.
He's
But we're
pre-gaming
sure
for
if he would
Friday
join
night.
in, Tommy.
Tommy, you gonna have fun on Friday? No, Tommy's not gonna be here, everyone.
I feel bad. I feel bad that I'm not going to be here.
Oh,
But
sure
I
you
will
do.
be. I promise that I will be there for like when I get probably at the end of the night. I'll probably be here.
Tommy,
gonna be,
tell everybody
Tommy?
where you're going instead of monetize
I am
this.
going to be working at the haunted farm.
Yeah, so on the night
It's
of
February.
monetize
What
this
are you
200,
haunted?
he's going to the haunted farm.
It's Black History Month, not
You,
Halloween.
you
Tommy.
know,
Who are
he
you trying to
knows.
scare?
You know it's the episode 200, but you decided to work on the haunted farm, Tommy.
And I apologize, and I say congratulations to you, Joe. Like that's a great tier, like an amazing tier to get to. Like I'm excited for you, man. Like I'm really excited. They
He's
just
just
need
an idiot.
volunteers, and so like I know them and they know me, and so like they needed help, and so
He's like, he's high, dude.
They reached out to me, and I couldn't say no.
What if somebody
Kinda looks
donated
like
$100 to get you on monetize this?
It would be kind of hard because I don't have a lot of data, and so I would be I'm gonna probably be working and wearing like a mask or something like that.
No, I'm saying, what if somebody was like, I want Tommy on monetize this. I'm gonna drop $100 to pay Tommy directly. to be on Monetize This instead of going to a haunted butt fuck?
That's a lot of grand slams.
I mean, the other day you were begging Bailey for a breakfast.
I mean, I wasn't begging him.
I'll get my own breakfast. Never mind.
What was up with that? So you were just out of nowhere, you were like, hey, want to buy me breakfast?
Well, because I hadn't eaten anything. I was starving, and I didn't have much money to my name, so I was just like, he was taunting me with breakfast, and I hadn't eaten anything. I was starving.
Do you not have food in your house?
Yeah, I have some food, yes,
Well, it's food, but he's got to cook it. It's not Denny's. It's not, you know, Denny's glorious 2 eggs, 2 pancakes.
Tommy, you are so fucked, dude. I'm sorry, Tommy. That was so fucking crazy. Like, hey, want to just buy me breakfast? Just buy me breakfast. I mean, you did 40. You should have asked him that before you were on his show. Like, before you were on his show, you should be like, yeah, I'll come on your show, but can you buy me breakfast? Like, that would have made sense. You know, because otherwise, but like right at the end, you're like, oh yeah, and buy me breakfast. That was, did he buy you breakfast?
No, but, you know, next time I think we might do something like that where I'm at, like, Denny's or something like that. I'll have my phone up, and I'll be talking with him and eating breakfast or something. I don't know if we would do that or not.
Long time ago, I just didn't
That's right, Gustav.
Jesus Christ. Well, anyway, Tommy, so would you, what if somebody did that? What if somebody's like, I want Tommy there?
I mean, I can't change my plans. Like, I've already promised. I can't break that promise.
Wow. Wow. So someone was like $300. You can't break that promise.
No, you cannot break that promise because that would screw over it would burn my bridges.
That'd be funny
why did you screw over
if
me,
Joe was
though?
like,
you were
Jared,
supposed to hang out
donate!
and party with us on the 200, but you'd be like, I'm gonna volunteer for this thing out of nowhere. But
Sorry.
like, didn't you think like I love Tommy NC on episode 200 of Monetize This? Of course, I want you there. Why would you? We were like, oh well, that's just stupid. Like a haunted house.
I apologize, Kent. I apologize, Joe.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! Now you're fucking calling me someone else. You
I apologize.
piece of shit, faggot. Fuck you. The fuck off my call.
Apologize, but did you see my latest vlog?
What a faggot, dude. Like, he sucks, dude. Episode 200's coming. He's like a staple of the show.
Yeah.
And like Faded Blank said, it was planned.
That's what you're
He's
talking
like,
about.
oh, I won't be there. But I want to be on all the shows all the time, but I won't be on the biggest one.
He asked me to buy the network, yeah. He manages to,
Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit. I'm fucking pissed off right now. What a fucking cunt.
$4, someone donated 9. I got 9 inches inside of your 5. $9. I'm shooting my semen through your ceiling. Suck my dick. Suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it, suck it.
Yo, what is up? I wish there were more Lacey Evans. Go Patriots.
Hell yeah, man. We got 6 rings now. SoCal Chris. Chris, the SoCal
Is
Chris.
Lacey Evans the
SoCal
wrestler?
Chris, man, I appreciate it. We're going to get to wrestling talk in a few minutes, I promise. Fucking, what is this show right now?
Jared Barron, your bank account will rest in peace.
Rest in peace, it will. Listen, was that Frog Kid? Frog Kid, thanks, man.
That was Frog Kid chiming in.
Man, what
After
is
the chat for Jared's, credit card statement?
This
This shit's going nuts tonight, dude. This is out of control. People are just having fun, man. We are having a blast.
People told me all week they're ready to celebrate, Joe. You thought I was exaggerating, but I'm telling you, people have been messaging me nonstop on Twitter. They're ready to fucking party.
We're gonna have fun on Monetize This 200.
She's
and it's
alright.
Valentine's Day now officially, so fuck her up, baby.
I didn't get shit for anybody yet.
But
You know what you can
take
get.
my ass.
Yeah, Tommy was banned from the first 2 hours. Javier.
Joe, I just read a theory. WWE is putting titles on Truth, Lashley and Velveteen because it's Black History Month.
Oh, come on.
Maybe Kofi Kingston does win the WWE Championship.
Oh my
What do you
God.
think? And if that's the case, who would you put the women's tag titles on?
Wouldn't that be fucking hilarious, dude? Kofi Kingston winning the belt? Like,
It would be shocking.
They just go full on black. Javier, thank you for the donation, Javier.
Now then, I would believe it's for Black History Month.
Yeah,
or
then,
you know, something along those lines.
Because I feel like he might win it for a second, you know, and then Brian will just win it back, and then they'll go ahead with plans. But they did that as like a little roadblock, like as of excitement and change. I swear that they're gonna do something like that. Let me go to official Dots. He's on the phone. Yo, Dots, what's up, Dots?
What's up, Joe?
How you doing, man?
He was
How are
waiting
you?
to ring Tommy a new one.
Oh, was he? Yeah. Well, I did it for you.
Yeah.
What a
I was
fuck.
gonna tell him that I lost my silver dollar earlier, and I was wondering if I lodged up in his asshole.
Dude, imagine him taking that out. He's like, and wouldn't that be funny if he thought they were quarters, but they were silver dollars? Oh my god, dude, that would be.
So,
it'd be scarier if he swallowed, you know, 2 dimes and, you know, a nickel and started pulling quarters out of his ass. But
yeah, that'd be weird. Yeah,
knowing
go ahead.
Tommy, anything's possible.
Yeah, Jared, go ahead. I'm sorry. I mean, fucking official Dots. I'm calling everybody Jared because he gave like $400 to the show. I'm losing my mind.
So I meant to call a few weeks ago, but I was so tired after work I fell asleep.
Right.
So, do you think there's any chance that Dean Ambrose goes to like New Japan or Ring of Honor? Or do you think it's just straight AEW?
I feel like it's AEW because it's like that other shit. I feel like is just too much for him. But Ring of Honor or New Japan, they need help. I mean, well, Japan doesn't need help, but Ring of Honor does. But they don't have the money for him.
And,
Who's this? Because it broke up on my end.
What'd you say?
Which star are you talking about? I couldn't hear you.
Ambrose.
Oh, Dean Ambrose. We actually heard a bit today that WWE is really trying to keep him as well. They went ahead and they they offered him a bit more of a luxurious and lucrative deal. Apparently, they were trying to offer him a bit more creative control in his character as well, which I haven't seen reported at all. But I have seen people reporting that the sweet deal also includes limited dates and the increased pay that they offered, but I've also heard that they offered a little bit more creative control in decisions in his character. So, because that's one of the things that he's really had an issue with, is how he's been booked. So, and for him, it's really not about the money. He you know, money has not been an issue, he said publicly a while ago when talking deals and whatnot.
Right.
So that was before anybody knew he was leaving. He said that, you know, he hasn't really lived a luxurious or lavish lifestyle, so for money, it wasn't much of a focal point for him.
Wanting me to be when you
would really hand out creative control.
They said they would let him like be part of the planning process for his character.
Yeah, you know, I just want to touch back on the Kofi thing real quick. I did say the other day that I really didn't think it was the Black History Month thing. It was just
Shady's back.
You know, Mustafa got injured. They threw someone else who could be a high flyer in there, and that's about it. So
yeah, had it been that Kofi was already in the match and everything happened the way it did,
yeah,
I would say, well, maybe then they did it for, you know, Black History, or, you know, they are trying to, you know, there was some of their means behind it. But simply because he's replacing a star and that was already the plan, it you know, it's just a coincidence.
Right.
Yeah, but they are trying to, you know, incentivize Dean to stay. They don't want to lose him. That they have been trying, you know, whatever they can at this point to keep him from going elsewhere, it seems. And I mean, they're hurting to a certain extent. I mean, they have a hard time keeping top talent either healthy or on board, it seems. I mean, when you look at the past year as a whole, you know, 2018 and then up until what we've had for 2019, look at how many injuries we've gone through. Look at how many people have had to leave and come back. And, you know, even at the end of 2017, we lost the entire Shield basically at one point or another. It's been a hard road for WWE to have anybody become a top star because, I mean, even if you leave the writing and booking aside, just them remaining healthy is a huge issue at hand. You know, people get burnt out, and there's just a lot of obstacles for them, you know, at this point in time. So they've invested so much time and money into Dean, they don't want him going elsewhere. So offering him limited dates, more money, you know, input into his character going forward, you know, we'll see if that sweetens the pot at all. But One of the things we brought up last night, Joe, after the SmackDown review, was that Meltzer was speculating, along with a few others. You know, it's not been reported as a definite, but it was speculated that, you know, Seth may be more injured than what they've led on to.
Right.
You know, more than what was initially perceived. The quote here is that, so is he really like, I know he's got a bad back, but is he more hurt? I mean, he must be hurting worse than they're letting on, because it sounded like Kurt Angle before that WrestleMania in Seattle, talking about the promo that Seth gave on Raw, which you had said it kind of sounded like a goodbye speech.
Yeah,
almost.
there was a bit of a sadness to it in a weird way.
It really
for a
had
guy
that
who
kind of
just won the
eerie
Rumble.
feeling.
And that's from a guy who just won the Rumble. It sounded a bit eerie.
Yeah, it definitely did.
It sounded
and
bittery.
It was also odd with Dean going off the script as well.
Right.
So maybe Dean knows something that, you know, everyone else doesn't, and that's part of the reason why he
Maybe
didn't
that
wanna
was like
go
a
and
yeah,
go
it was
through
like
the lines.
Seth had just been told you're probably not going to make it to the WrestleMania, and so Dean comes out and says slay the beast, and Seth is like, you motherfucker, you were just in the room with us about how this I don't know, yeah, that's fucked up. I don't know if that's true, but it's if you think about it, it's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly is something to mull over, but so there's no definitive reports here. I don't want to make it sound like he's definitely injured. And
Yeah,
not
we don't
making
know.
Mania. No, we're not saying that. But a lot of people are seeming to think, because they gave him the entire month of February off, last we heard, for him to rest his back. And we've seen that so far. He wasn't at previous Raws since winning the Rumble. You figure they would want him to be the focal point of everything here. But he's just cutting promos. He's not wrestling. They want him to rest his back. And you figure they'd want the exact opposite. You know, they already have one superstar who won the Rumble that's suspended, you know, and going through these, you know, current, you know, woes, if you want to call it that. So it's just very interesting, and there's a lot to consider. I don't think that he'll miss WrestleMania. As we said before, Seth is definitely one to, even if he's injured, it seems like he'll go out and give it his all and worry about everything else after that point in time.
Well, the other thing
that
is,
as well, but
the other thing too is, we also talked about how Vince likes the injury, the working guy, and so it could be a planned deal with why Seth's being beat up and, you know, kayfabing it. Yeah, it might not. It might be kayfabe, but that's just conflicting reports.
I don't think it is a story with Seth. That's
I don't think so either, but that was the report that was out.
Yeah.
Remember we talked
look
about
at Sasha
that.
Banks. Yeah, we did. And Monday night, Sasha gets taken out of the tag team match. Bayley gets left on her own. She loses, you know, beforehand. And now they're going to be the first entrants, along with, you know, what is it, Fire and Desire at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view for the WWE
So
Women's
that means
Tag Team
one of two
Champions.
things. One of two things. It's completely kayfabe. There's nothing to worry about whatsoever. Or
with Sasha?
Yes.
Yeah, no, there's nothing to worry about.
Okay, I was gonna say it's either that or they'll lose quickly because there's a problem.
Yeah, no, they confirmed today that, after rehabbing, you know, she's fine and ready to go back in. And as many had pointed out, Matt, the Misfit, you know, sent me as well, if she did have the injury that they said she did with her back or shoulder, whichever, I think it was her shoulder, it's you know, 4 to 6 weeks minimum for the type of rehab that she would need. So you're not going to have one treatment overnight and suddenly be cleared for the Elimination Chamber match. That was strictly just storyline so that Bayley would be having to, you know, go through all the barrels. That's all that was.
By the way, Connor had to take care of his kids tonight, so he's not here. He will be hopefully back next week. You know, it's sick season for everybody right now. So yeah, sorry about I didn't mention that, but yeah, he will be back. He's just still dealing with the family stuff. I mean, I had Leah sick the other day, and she's been really sore and sick, and some of the other, I don't know, nobody else got anything yet. Please don't get anything, especially because Monetize is coming up 200 this Friday night. We're going to start early, too. Remember that. We're probably starting early. So I'm going to have all kinds of cameras set up. It's going to be wacky. I don't even know how it's going to go yet, 100%. But let me get back to the donations here real quick. And Matt the Misfit is on hold. We'll get to him in a minute, too. Super chat. Super chat.
Jared, you crazy sub.
John Wills, man. Thank you, John, for the $2. And yeah, give praise and love to the almighty Jared God, the Baron God. Fucking super chat. Goddamn. Super chat.
Tick.
Baron
tock.
Bomb. The Goon. Oh my God, he's doing the TikTok shit again. Oh no. The last time he did this, he dropped some kind of craziness on a monetize this. And the Goon is
Shit bomb.
Oh my God, dude.
Survivor Series should go back to that deadly game format. Winner wins the title and Survivor Series is relevant again.
Cause it's a deadly game. SoCal Chris, thanks for the $5. You know, it'd be really cool if they did go back to the Survivor Series where the sole survivors all get their names thrown in a hat and then they compete against each other until it's down to 2 men, and then those 2 men would wrestle for the championship, or the champion would be added to the match in a triple threat. That'd be crazy. That's never been done.
Yeah.
Wow, what a good idea.
First TMNT was PG-13. TMNT 2 and 3 was PG. Message.
Apollo the leader. Thank you, Apollo. It's because parents complained, but the first movie was really good. Oh shit.
This is what it's like to watch Monday Night. Oh, what the hell am I staring at? What the fuck? No! Vince McMahon, you're killing me. Vince McMahon, this wrestling give me a disease. Oh! Monday Night Raw sucks. Oh! SmackDown Live also sucks. And oh! If they call someone up from NXT, I know they're gonna get really bad quickly. Oh!
Come on, come on, come on.
Wrestling I wanna die every Monday night.
Let's Beast with Rakan, bruh.
Let's
2001
Beast.
was also the Invasion storyline, which was the most botched storyline ever.
Oh God.
Vince purposely fucked that up to bury WCW into the ground forever.
God, it was
Salute
terrible.
to Jared Barron.
I'm not sure he purposely did it.
Let's Beast.
Bison News, man. Thank you for being a $15 beast, Bison. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, dude. Guys, I had so much shit that I needed to buy for the show for Monetize This tomorrow night. So I really appreciate the donations. This couldn't have come at a better time.
Yeah,
dude,
really.
I had to buy these 4 spotlights for lighting cameras for the rooms, and they were like $200. So, like, I really appreciate that, man. I had a lot of expenses this last couple weeks, plus the new mortgage payment and everything coming. So that was a bomb beast move by all you guys before Monetize This 200 happens. I also spoke to several previous Monetize This co-hosts who may be showing up or maybe have a message for everybody. I spoke with, believe it or not, somebody named Tommy C the other day, and he was we had a long conversation that was fun, man. And he may pop in for something. You may see him. So that'll be interesting. He'll be wearing his tinfoil fucking hat too and everything.
And his dick.
And then he's gonna fucking beat me with a crowbar. It's gonna be insane, man. It's gonna be a good time. But anyway, Jake, why don't you get to your first? Well, you know what? Let's go to Matt the Misfit. Fuck it, he's been waiting. Let's go to Matt. Then we'll get to your first story or point or whatever, and then then we'll get into some of this. Matt, what's up, Matt?
Nothing much. Can't wait for Friday, dude. That's gonna be fantastic shit.
Yeah, man. You know what I got to do is I got to figure out a way to boost the signal on these calls. But everybody can hear you, though. That's the good news, and I'm going to fix it. Yeah. But this is cool, man. It's coming through my cell phone and then going into the mixer. But then the mixer goes back to you so you can actually hear sounds and shit. So
yeah, that's cool.
And I guess it hums if I plug the charger in, but other than that, it's good.
Yeah, it sounds like you're being tortured by the CIA. It's this weird grinding noise.
Well, I was tortured today by fucking WrestleVotes. They fucking gave me a headache today.
Yeah, I can't get into too much of what they say because I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get it. I feel like I can't tell what's real and what's not real with that guy.
Like earlier.
Well, see, I never act like an insider. I read news. I say if it's, take it with a grain of salt. This is what I heard. I have a few people that I talk to with sources and stuff. But I go ahead and, I always say nothing's definite. If I know something for sure, I let you know.
Jake.
I don't take credit for shit. Simple as that. You work. I've had discrepancies with that account, though, because they're very, very, very vague.
Mm-hmm.
And, this is happening. It's going down, but it may not because they might change their mind. But if it does happen, I called it. They don't say what's happening. They don't say, who. And then if nothing happens, they can't get called out for it because they say, oh, they changed their mind. They went another way. They made a different decision. So I'm still right. So you can't be wrong in that scenario. And it's just pissing people off.
Yeah, like what happened to me earlier today. I read somebody sent me that NXT had changed the name of Takeover New York to to take over Blacklist. I had to look this up. I'm like, no, you fucking morons. That's the name of the VIP package. It has nothing to do with the show because the show is still listed as Takeover New York.
Right.
And he's like, no, that's what it says. Why didn't you go look it up? I did. That's the name of the VIP package.
Yeah, that's like their access type version of their, their whole travel package and everything. First time they're doing that too.
Package.
Like, what the hell does Blacklist have to do with New York or Brooklyn?
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't get it. I know that I went to. I never got a WrestleCon table, so they already sold out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I won't be there. I guess that went out the window, but oh well.
But Chambers this Sunday, they're. I don't know how I feel about it. The Sasha Banks thing is
He's in here watching Black Entertainment Television. What should I do, Steven?
They have no faith in Sasha Banks as a champion.
She's in here watching BET.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
you better return that shit up.
It's going back to TLC.
No, you just get out here. Like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, some black guy with an unconscious white girl.
Charlotte and Bailey.
Yeah, that's bad news right there.
Sounds like BET to me.
That match.
A lot of people have been saying recently on Twitter they feel that that's what's going to happen. And
back to
somebody
mine.
that knows, Mandy Rose personally had came out and said, well, she's been rehearsing more and upping her game, and
Monday
there might
night
be a
Raw.
possibility for a tentative push for her towards Mania. So
And plus,
could be interesting.
Heard,
But
what, is it Vince is high on her?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard otherwise, but
Well, I mean, you know how he is with his bond. But,
yeah,
but,
that's for sure.
But the men's chamber is a little different because I'm going back and forth with this because
I hope Joe does a
SmackDown last
live
night,
review
somehow
of
whoever convinced me
the
Randy
Elimination
Orton was
Chamber
walking out
this
of the chamber
weekend.
with the title because the rumors going around that Vince wants to put the WWE title on Randy
When
Orton
is that?
sometime this year.
Sunday.
And then I thought about
Yeah,
it. I'm like,
you never know. He probably will. What else does he got to do?
Where's Bray Wyatt?
Usually he does like Sunday Night Gaming stream, but
Yeah. He's been throwing out
Yeah,
other things too throughout the day.
I'm not sure.
I know
but-
I've been waiting for him.
clips
I've been waiting for him and Tommy to do that show.
You made good sense with it last night, and we know they've had really good matches in the past. I mean, you look at the Royal Rumble match that they had; that was
that match
excellent.
Had no right to be as good as it was, and somehow it just was amazing.
Yeah, and not just because of the crowd interaction either. I mean, that was a huge part of it, but both men's ability in ring complemented one another.
That
So
man, I want to find that guy.
yeah, I mean, what do you have? Randy Orton's heel run has been okay lately. I mean, he's kind of just been RKOing people left and right. Kofi Kingston was thrown in there just as a quick replacement. I don't see Jeff Hardy having a title run at all. Just sadly,
Should make him be
it's
the
just
fucking
he
United
doesn't
States
fit in
champion
that
or
motif
something.
currently. AJ, I don't think they'd give
It'd
him
be
the
cool
belt
if they had the
until they have
hardcore
a
title
definitive
back, 'cause then you
contract
could make
signed
Jeff
with
Hardy
him.
a hardcore
Until
champion right
everything's
away.
secure, I don't think they feel comfortable.
You know what I
and
mean?
Samoa Joe.
Watching Matt and Jeff Hardy in
see him
hardcore
win.
matches back
Samoa
in the
Joe
day,
even
that
had
would
an
open
interview
up
recently,
whole different
where
mechanism.
he went ahead and was talking about how he's
But
had
they
to
won't.
overcome adversity constantly. He said it's real simple. You know, I've dealt with this my entire career. I always need to convince, more than the average person. A lot of people come in and, they have their hopes and dreams on them and they say, this is the guy. This is the guy. And he's like, I've never had that luxury. It's not something I'm spiteful for either. He said, I don't get mad about it. It's just, that's my life. It took me a long time to get to WWE because I had to put together a very illustrious career and find a ridiculous stereotype just to make it in the door. And when I did get in, I was told that I would never do anything. He said I was destined to stay in that certain spot forever. And within 2 days, I proved everyone wrong, which is true. He did, and he said, I have no doubt in my mind I will be a WWE champion. I just have to work a lot harder. I'm still fighting the same battles I always have. So
He won't be a WWE champion as long as Vince McMahon's in charge.
Yeah, sadly, I wish that wasn't the case, but
then,
I mean, he just doesn't
that
seem
game.
credible and like a real threat at this point in time because of how much he's lost and how little he's accomplished, and he hasn't done hardly anything on the main roster. He really hasn't, and I like Joe a lot. He's a great heel. He should have won against AJ. No argument about it. Hands down, he should have beat AJ Styles.
I don't think he should have beat him at SummerSlam, but maybe next pay-per-view, totally.
I'm just trying something different with this connection. Hold on a minute, Matt.
Yeah, we can't hear him now.
Hey, Matt, say something again, Matt. Yeah, hold on a minute. Try it now.
Becky Lynch. I don't know.
There we
wow,
go.
you were really loud.
Better.
Are you on like a connection or something like that? What's going on right now? You on some kind of speaker thing?
Can't hear him at all now. Matt, you can hear us?
Yeah, I was just doing some live diagnosing.
Diagnosing.
Hey, Matt, can you hear me now? I was just trying something.
Yeah, now we can't hear him at all. But
hey, Matt, try it now. Okay, yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear him now.
You can't hear him at all?
No.
Oh, wow, okay. That's weird. So if I do that, you can't hear him at all.
Now Skype.
Wait, can you hear him now?
Now he's really loud, but now I can hear him.
Oh, good. Okay, I can hear you now.
All right, so another thing that's interesting about the chamber match. So I thought about this, and like the only way I see Daniel Bryan actually retaining is a returning Luke Harper.
A returning Luke Harper.
Like no one's still brought that up. I think Luke Harper's going to align with, for the time being, align with Bryan until Bray Wyatt gets involved.
Yeah, people mentioned that because they thought the whole Wyatt family eventually was going to show up to help Bryan.
Yeah, I mean that's not a bad idea. Or even have, you know, like you said, Bray Wyatt comes back and he's got Luke Harper in tow once again. And, you know, you kind of get Daniel and Rowan taking on Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt. So
please
think that story kind of advances itself nicely.
And then the whole thing with Becky, dude, I was like, when they did the whole thing with Becky Lynch on Raw, I'm like, I tweeted out something. I feel like Charlotte Flair is going to be making some type of appearance tonight. I don't know why I thought that, and it happened. Like I just want them to get it out of the way. Just do the triple threat match and get it out of the way.
Well, that sucks because like we waited all this time for these two, and now it's like that's happening.
You know how like Vince is not going to be happy until he gets what he wants.
It's never going to be out of the way. There's always going to be some kind of bullshit that we have to deal with. It's never going to be out of the way.
I'm not against it. Actually, I think the triple threat match might actually enhance the match a little bit more.
Well, I think it might, and that might be what they were thinking, especially thinking like maybe, oh well, no, Ronda can't really carry this whole thing. You know, if we add Charlotte, they can do a whole hell of a lot more. So I get that.
Now, do we see Becky on Sunday? Is the question. Does she buy her own ticket to the show and dress as somebody else?
Didn't she say she was going to buy a ticket?
No, I'm saying, what if she buys
Charlotte said she'll be there to scout Ronda while she takes on Ruby Riott.
Oh, right, okay.
And Ruby Riott said, you know, she was upset. She tweeted out saying, my title match was announced via tweet. The match is announced for WrestleMania. Don't even have me as a possible contender. So she was just overlooked entirely. She said, but after I beat Ronda Sunday, I won't be overlooked again. And that is a great point. You know, it's got to suck for her to be in this position and be not even a third wheel, but not even be considered. You know, she's not even the spare tire in this equation.
You're a jobber. You're like on the way in. I mean, she should look at it as in, you know, this is a mega main event with these two, and I'm going to be the one who helps her build to that to the end of the year. So...
But they didn't even treat her like an enhancement talent. They barely, like Sasha, they made a big deal out of. Ruby, they just kind of was like, this is going to happen.
Ruby's been
let's
great.
Not bring it up on TV, though.
It is, dude, I mean, that is retarded. I mean, but Ruby Riott has been a workhorse, and even though they obviously aren't respecting her enough, I know that she's been a workhorse. And without Ruby Riott, somebody who can come in and have these matches against people that's pretty good, that wins once in a while. See, Ruby Riott wins once in a while. She's booked exactly the way Samoa Joe should be booked. Why doesn't Joe win?
She wins
sometimes?
More than Joe.
Yeah, she wins more than Joe.
That's for sure.
But but I still see Joe. But I guess the one thing you could say is I do still see Joe as a higher level than her. But yet he doesn't win. So figure that out.
Good point.
I can't. I don't know.
It's interesting. And one of the things I was looking into earlier today is that initially they had different plans for Mania with Ronda Rousey. They wanted to have Natalya take on Ronda originally at WrestleMania 35. This was back, SummerSlam time, maybe a little even before that. Then, Becky's character really took off, and
I thought that had to do with her dad dying, though.
To some extent, but it was also, they saw more of a successful route with Becky from what I was reading here, and that makes sense. So they saw more success with Becky taking on Ronda instead. That seemed to be more the money, match and big main event for Mania. And then Vince came up with the idea of saying, hey, we're going to have, Charlotte in there as well. Charlotte's his golden egg. He doesn't want her to not be included. And come to find out that WWE, out of all of their videos on YouTube, they have, thousands of uploads. Their most disliked video of all time is Charlotte Flair announced as the replacement for Becky Lynch this past Monday.
That's fucking hilarious.
In 24 hours,
I
it got 64,000 dislikes.
Well, that means they're gonna think like, "Wow, we did it. That was amazing."
That's it.
Yeah,
this wasn't the plan.
Imagine if they had done this with Roman 2 years ago.
Ooh, yeah. It's amazing that they didn't.
They would have had Lightning there. They would have their most viewed video ever.
Exactly, and I still fail to see and cannot fathom why they didn't ever flip him. They had so many great opportunities to do so. Against John Cena would have been ideal. Again, they time and time again, they could have just, it wouldn't have been so,
I thought that one Survivor Series would have been perfect when he won the title and then was in the ring with Triple H.
Yeah, absolutely. There were so many times where this would have worked, but yeah, it was interesting to see that, the most disliked video so far on their channel was what happened this past Monday on Raw.
Yeah.
And
I made a point the other day
from a few different people
saying
that this was obviously the plan all along. And WWE, I kept saying, what are they going to do with Asuka? What are they going to do with Asuka? She's been off the freaking, SmackDown show since she made Becky tap at Royal Rumble, but no one is talking about her win against the man. It has barely been mentioned
because that
all.
Was dumb. Like that, they should have never done that. So they must have known that. Like, well, that's stupid. Let's not talk about that.
It was admittedly a bad move. So I mean, they're trying to skirt it under the rug, but they're not saying, oh, she was successfully defended her title, even if they don't mention the tap out. But nothing about her, nothing about the Empress of Tomorrow. They gave you a little bit of a vignette, but even that was more just she's here, not what's going on going forward. So it's worrisome, like I said, that she's such an afterthought as well. Well, today we heard that plans going forward, they're considering to have Natalya go from Raw to SmackDown to face, Asuka. And to start the seeds of this happening, Natty tweeted out today, she said, SmackDown girls coming over to Raw to face our women's champion, ? And then she said, I want to play that game. And she put up a picture of Asuka. So this is supposed to start the seeds of their WrestleMania feud.
Man, I love when seeds start.
So the tentative plan now is to have Natalya take on Asuka at WrestleMania for the SmackDown Women's title. And the reason why, I guess, they're not having this feud be built any sooner is because they felt like they already had too many women going from SmackDown to Raw, and they didn't want to have anybody from Raw go to SmackDown yet. They wanted to have everybody not jump ship all at once.
Wow, well, that makes sense. I mean, I get that then.
But unfortunately, the SmackDown Women's Champion gets ignored. It does make sense, but it's just an odd choice with the way they've pulled it off.
Yeah, it really is. It is weird how they've handled Asuka here. I mean, they've got plenty of time. So, I will say that. We are freaking out, and it's like, WrestleMania is a ways away kind of still. In a way,
yeah, we've got around 60 days or so.
Yeah, they start all these other builds, and then there's still stuff to build on going into Mania. So I get that, and maybe that's what their their game plan is. I guess.
I was just less concerned with Mania.
Here's your favorite.
Oh, here we go.
We eat shitty. Own feces. In Philly, we're gritty. In Philly,
You know they will too.
Joe, you said the magic word.
Did I? Did I say?
You said gritty.
Gritty?
Gritty.
XX Frog Kid Double X. Thank you very much for the for Ocho. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Get down with Gritty. We're gonna be rocking the cran. I'm gonna be serving cran to everybody on Monetize This episode 200 this Friday night. Hopefully starting early. Not gonna turn my vibrator off like Tommy does. Let me see if I can. Oh, it doesn't. I don't know how to turn it off. Frog Kid, thanks, man. I'm just gonna let these donations run because we're getting behind. So let's see what you guys are saying.
While they're coming in, just quick little tidbits here. I was less concerned about just Mania as a whole and the fact that Asuka isn't, going to be in an elimination chamber. I felt like that was a huge oversight. WWE also nixed a match this week on Raw. They were supposed to have Natalya face Dana Brooke. They built that up, weeks before on Raw. And, you saw Dana Brooke basically say all this stuff to Natalya, who had her earbuds in the whole time and wasn't even paying attention. So.
Party.
Weird.
Dave Tap Gun, massive fan. Thanks for the follow on Bird.
Oh, is that a Cardinal? Looks like a Cardinal. Eric Tapgun, thank you for the $2, man. Appreciate that. Shout out to Canada. A lot of Canadian money crossing the virtual border and coming in here to Boston. So thank you.
Money laundering.
Yeah, I'm money laundering. Should I not say that? Like,
you're just keeping it clean.
Although I'm not really in Boston anymore, so I guess now I'm in Foxborough. So I guess
now you're safe.
Now I'm kind of like lying, I guess, when it comes to that. So sorry, I'm lying.
But the reason they had cut this match.
Thanks for subbing, Jeff.
Because, WWE has been consistently late with scripts. We saw this reported on many outlets today, and it's something we've heard time and time before. But they said they had to cut this segment on Raw because they, were overbooked. And a lot of the talent have been complaining lately because they get and they don't know what's going on.
I think the current era is the best wrestling has ever been. What do you think, Jake? Joe, I absolutely agree with everything you said. I also think they should legalize rape cause women deserve it. What do you think, Jake? Absolutely agree once again, Joe.
That is Jake the Yes Man DeMarco.
Hey, I'm all about surprise sex, so that's a true statement.
Jake the Yes Man DeMarco. It is surprising sometimes how much Jake agrees with me, I will say that.
Hey, equal mindsets. What are you going to do? Get somebody on here that doesn't.
I know, we've tried that,
Yeah, and they all flounder and fail.
Wouldn't that be great to get just some psycho? I tried one time. I tried to get a guy who was like completely like a shithead. Like I was like, well, I would hate you. Like, and I was like, you could bring you on with Jake, and you would just piss me off. And he didn't
different opinions.
He didn't get back to me, man. I always encourage people with different opinions, and I mean really different opinions too, not just like I'm just being a dickhead. I mean, I'm talking like you're fucking really disagree with me. You can come on over. Just call up, man. We'll get you on here and we'll see what's up. And let me just turn off vibrating on my phone, unlike Tommy, because it's irritating the shit out of me, bro. All right.
Yeah, I speak my mind freely.
Yeah, I mean, why would Jake? Jake doesn't make shit up. Like, if anything, he wants to say something different. But how is he gonna if we feel the same way? He comes to the same conclusion. But I get that.
Yeah, that's why usually I try and give my opinion or rating first.
I think he started listening to me too, because like a lot of things that you would say were like, damn, like we think a lot alike. I feel the same way.
A lot of it, we started watching at the same time. We have, essentially the same background with that. So we were, a few years apart in age, but close enough. We started watching at the same time. It got popular around the same time. We've watched and had an affinity for it for the same amount of years, and we like the same stars for the most part, and it's just kind of an equal mindset. So.
I just can't. I can't pretend to like anything anymore, dude. This is 1987. Like I was about 5 almost in 1987, dude. Like I've been watching this shit too long. 97, 07. We're 30 something, 31, 30 years into this wrestling shit, and I'm
Long fucking time.
Like, what the fuck are we? You know, it's just so ridiculous. But I do like your name though. That was kind of funny.
What the fuck, Ryback? Get out of the chat. Thanks,
Ryback, get the fuck out of the chat, Ryback.
Tommy, can you buy me a Grand Slam breakfast?
Tommy, yeah, Deftones. Oh, dude, you know what I'd love to do is tell Tommy in a car ride. We're in a car together and be like, Tommy, I want to surprise you, man. Guys, we're all going to Denny's, baby. We're going to Denny's. There's a Denny's up here. And then have Tommy be like, ooh, and then be like, nah, we're just fucking kidding. All right, let's go. And then just fucking not even go, and just look and like videotape his fucking anger. Because you know, dude, he has gotten so big. Tommy is like 2 times the size of himself from 4 years ago. It's insane. The Cran is here! I'm going to get Cran. I'm going to get Cran. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it, Jared.
Are fucking the van, 'cause all my friends are drinking Cran. They're drinking Cran, 'cause all my friends are drinking Cran. I got the fucking Cran. We got.
You got it? I didn't know if that was a donation or not, or if you were just playing it. Oh no, it is. Jared Barron, $17 through Super Chat. He didn't say anything though. That's why we got a little. I was waiting for it to speak up.
He didn't say anything, but I will say something. Jared Barron.
Fuck yeah.
Over $400 donated tonight on this show. I just got to tell you, man, that the Cran is alive and well, man. This is so amazing. Like, I'm telling you, man, you pour cranberry in, you pour alcohol into it, you mix a few other things in that I won't say, and yeah, you can celebrate, have a decent cranberry drink, but when Joe Cronin puts his dick in this drink and stirs it,
you need the sweat, you need the STDs, you need the crab flakes to make it juicy.
That is when my penis papples mix with this drink, that is when you have the Cran. There's a lot of misconceptions of people thinking they can drink the Cran, and you can't. Now, maybe Ken when he comes here Friday, maybe Troy when he comes here Friday, maybe one of those people, maybe Leah. Leah's had the naked Cran, so to speak, before.
She's had her own Cran. She's had the Cran smoothie.
She's had the custom Cran. But maybe they'll get to sample it. I mean, look at those bubbles, man. Look at what that does. Doesn't that look delicious?
The oxygenation is next level.
And I use the best type of cranberry mix too. You can't get this many places. It's very hard to get a hold of cranberry Cape Cod soda, man. This shit is fucking tough to come by. If I've stirred my cock in several different drinks, and it didn't come out the best way. But the best ever is this. I will give you the one secret to this. Is Cape Cod cranberry, and it's hard to find. It's hard to find, but I live right near it, so this is an amazing thing here in New England. You can't even order this shit on Amazon, I don't think. I tried. Let's go down to the local store. Well, they step in the berries, and I put the alcohol and put the
not coming online.
Man,
they're not up to date with the Cran technology.
Dude, Samuel L. Cranston, man. Samuel L. Cran. How about fucking Uncle Cran, dude? There's so many Crans. There's so many Crans. I'm blessed to be around this drink right now. I feel spiritual, right? Spiritual. I feel spiritual. I do. I feel spiritual. I feel like my soul is ascending to the 5th dimension.
Like Seymour
really
said,
do.
Chris Cranell.
I feel like I'm ascending, man. I'm going into the clouds, man.
But I really do feel that way. Let's go back to the donations.
Do a little basketball dance off the concrete.
I mean, I'm just so sick of you
Fantastic.
little meth head
Unbelievable.
devil worshippers.
Swear to God, I'll rape somebody.
I'll be honest, I'd like to take a big bite out of your face.
Oh, shit.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Jared Barron.
Yes.
Better than Corbin Barron.
It's better own.
Also, happy Valentine's Day to my wife, the man, Becky Lynch. And to
Ooh.
Joe, Jake, and JCS Army. Oh yeah, I guess Tamiaka bag your Vance.
Yo, fade to black. By the way, always
You mean
nerdy.
threesome.
Always nerdy in the chat. You said Cranit Jackson. Fade to black.
Chris Cranois.
Chris Cranois.
God damn it. Fade to black. Thank you very much for donating to the Infowar.com.
It's all about
Thank
the
you.
crab flakes. I'm telling you.
Cran Newton. Cranback is in the chat. Cranback, get out of the chat. It's fucking hilarious.
What a crunch.
We're having a blast tonight, guys. Come on. This is fun.
So fucking pumped for Friday night. Love you, Joe Face blowing a kiss.
Fucking love ya. Hey, Bride Guy, thank you. I'm pumped for Friday night for episode 200 of Monetize This. I was about to shout out the new patrons, but I can't because Patreon just went down
Went
for
dark.
maintenance. Down for maintenance. It's like you're angry, but then you see a cute little fox. You know what, though? That fox pisses me off because it ain't real. So, like, this actually doesn't work for me. I'm mad. Like, I think they should use a real fox. Because then I would be like, oh. But that's not cute to me. Cliff Odero, thank you very much for subbing to the channel, man. Appreciate that, man. Welcome to the JCS Army, man. We will
Side
call
note,
you.
That's not wrestling. Did you hear about the polar bears that are just like terrorizing a town in Russia?
We're calling you Cliff Cran Ordero, by the way. Oh, wait a minute. They're terrorizing what?
There's like over 50 polar bears that have invaded this small like fishing village in Russia.
Over
It's a small
50?
town.
Over 50
Yeah,
polar bears.
Over 50 of them, and because their actual like habitat melted due to climate change, and with all the ice melting, these land animals, you know, they're basically invading a spot that's occupied by humans, and at least 52 bears, it says here, have gathered near the Russian settlement of Belyusha Gruba, and they went ahead. They have to declare state of emergency for due polar bear.
Jesus
It's not
Christ!
good. They come in, they take all the vodka. It's not
Don't they
nice.
have guns out there? I mean, you just fucking.
I was telling Courtney, she's like, why don't they just tame them? I was like, I don't think it's that easy, but.
I mean, I suppose
we make
you
friends
could.
with Bear. Bear not like. I tell Bear, listen, we have a nice time. You come in, we drink vodka, and everyone enjoy.
Yeah, because you don't know what to do because if you kill them, all the animal people will come after you. But
Yeah, they were trying, I guess, to work out a plan to possibly try and relocate them, like entice
Yeah.
them elsewhere with food, and then just keep luring them out further and further away with food. But
Yeah, big
you should
food
see
drop.
There's video of them. They're inside restaurant. They come in. They just take our food and eat trash. And
dude,
lady tried to
are
go
you
to
telling me
sleep
there's
there
a
in the
video?
house.
You're telling me there's a video of them invading like a restaurant while people are
Yeah,
in there?
they were digging through the trash.
Oh
and
my
stuff.
God!
It was closed, but it was funny. I saw. it
I'm
on
gonna
Twitter
play
earlier.
that on Throwdown tomorrow night.
I'll find this for you. It's fun.
Make sure you guys are subbed to my other channel, youtube.com/corruptedpodcast. We're going to do Throwdown at 10 p.m. tomorrow night.
They're looking for Coca-Cola.
Oh my God. You're just in there eating and fucking polar bears start grabbing people's plates. Fucking take your plate right off your desk, off your table.
Alright, man, I gotta go.
Like, what the fuck, dude? What's going on here?
Where are you going?
Crazy.
Are you kidding me, Tommy?
I gotta get some
The
shit done,
past
man.
3 months, every
Alright,
goddamn
dude.
day, I'm eating a bag
Are you,
of
off for the
garlics
night?
for brunch and a can of
Yeah,
chunky soup
I
and
gotta-
half a
I gotta
bagel
get
for
this
dinner.
done.
Last week bought 25 cans of soup on sale for
Alright, man.
for
I'll see
$5
you.
plus coupons for 3+ weeks. Go fuck yourself, bitch.
Haskell 420, thanks Haskell. Yeah, Haskell, dude, I used to live off dollar food with my kid. Like, this motherfucker's like, I gotta have Denny's breakfast. Wow.
There's no way on God's green earth I'll be Jared in donations. But
It's
Joe,
okay.
you know I love you, you sexy fuck. I can't wait to go to bed tonight and fantasize that mustache and beard in my crotch. Anyways, Kofi versus D. Bryant Mania. Feel that be a cool story, brah.
Yeah, you know, maybe they could tell an interesting story with that, J-Carg Wrestling. I really don't think they're going to do that, but, man, you know, imagine if they did. And, by the way, J-Carg, thank you, man. I appreciate the dollars you did drop.
Super chat.
Let's beast with Ree Cran, raw cat face with tears of joy.
Let's beast with Recran.
Let's beast with Rico.
Grant.
Television, they're bipolar bears.
They're bipolar bears. Imagine if they showed up at WrestleMania and killed all the WrestleMania fans.
Joe, would you still be interested in having your own wrestling promotion?
Walmart associate. Thank you for the 465. You know, I kind of would be interested in doing my own promotion, but at the same time, you know, because of AEW and everything, it's like I feel like I don't need to do anything anymore. Like, it's already been solved.
There's so many little federations and independent promotions out there now at this point that are actually gaining traction. Like, they don't have WWE numbers by any margin, but they are successful. I mean, look at Top Rope and things like this. They are successful, and they do get a lot of exposure. They get people to go ahead and be elevated to, you know, major names and, you know, things like Ring of Honor and New Japan. They help elevate them to the next level. Look at Vinny Marseglia, you know, he went ahead and...
Look at all the guys that came from Top
Ring of
Rope.
Honor.
Ciampa, Vinny Marseglia, TK O'Ryan, Mike Bennett.
I missed the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania.
You know what? ADTR. By the way, what's up, ADTR? I do too, kind of. I really do. I used to at one point say, like, Jesus, can they every year, you know? But I miss it now, yeah. Oh my God, look at this fucking name. What the fuck? Wow.
20 years ago I despised Triple H because I thought he was fucking his way to the top.
Right.
Now, I'm praying to God he takes over soon or the old man croaks.
How funny is that?
Crazy how time makes changes.
Dude, I mean, I think a lot of people thought that way. So it really is crazy. It really is. That's really bizarre how the world changes. Gupta Humpster Broski.
It is interesting. I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh my God, he's getting in with Stephanie. This bastard fucks over China just to go ahead and make his, you know, name cemented in the company. Now we're like, please take over.
Dude, she is hot. He fell in love with a hot chick. I mean, I don't
Feel
know.
sorry for Becky. Every moment she deserves Miss Fake Funbacks interferes and get inserted. Becky deserves her moment. If that was me, I'd pull a punk.
Fade to black. Thanks, man. We're gonna see what happens. You know,
fake fun bags.
You know, I think they're also seeing that Ronda's leaving the company soon, and to prolong this feud with Becky, you know, they're positioning Charlotte in the way to sort of take over because of that. And I think that part of that plays into it. But you know, I'm not happy with it right now. I think they could have had a singles match, and Charlotte could have easily came in afterwards to carry the torch over. But
yeah,
you know, I just
Ronda said, "Leave her vagina out of your mouth" to TMZ, saying that you know,
Really?
she's not going anywhere.
Wow, did she say that?
She made some comment about, you know, don't bring up my vagina.
What?
You know?
But who did? No one brought up her vagina.
Well, because a lot of people were saying that, oh, she's leaving because she wants to start a family and she wants to have children, and that's why she's leaving after me. And she's
okay.
Like, I never said this, so leave my vagina out of your mouth. You know?
Wow.
I see you for monetize this number 200. Enjoy people wrestling.
Card blasters, thanks, man. We'll see you Friday night for monetize this. We're gonna have fucking beer pong. I got a dartboard. It's gonna be nuts. What's up, Vito?
Cronin, love ya, bro.
V2 of Doom, Vito. I love you too, Vito, man. It's good to still have you with us, man. I love you, buddy. Big time supporter, good guy, good friend, good love, make love. And now, speaking of that, let's go to a phone call because I want to. 678 is on the phone. What's up, 678? Oh shit! What's up, Ashley?
Hey, Jake. Yeah, I finally got on.
Hell yeah!
We
now that we get the number
before
fixed.
and say congratulations. You know, you had some big news to share, right?
Yeah, I'm no longer at bodyslam.net. I don't know if everyone knows, but I'm not. So I'm actually at Steelchair Magazine now.
Oh, cool!
Yeah,
All right.
Congratulations. That's quite the big change.
That's a crazy change. Yeah, that's sick. And what are they? What's the difference? What are you gonna be doing? Just you're gonna be writing for them instead?
I am now one of the head news writers.
Sick. All right. So they're primarily a magazine though, or they do other stuff on apps, or what do they do?
It's online. It's actually owned by an entertainment magazine as well in the UK. So it's movies, comics, music, and then Still Chair is, you know, the second part of it where it's just all wrestling.
Okay.
Every wrestling, indies, and WWE.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it's okay. So it's online.
It's like a BuzzFeed or what culture was beforehand.
Right.
Oh, Jake, did you view my last article? Well, my first article there. I'm technically on leave until Sunday.
Yeah, we retweeted it as well.
What's the important question to ask is, are you paid more?
Hey, for the record, I don't get paid to talk about wrestling or write about wrestling. I do it just for the kudos.
Yeah, most people don't.
Fun.
Most people don't. People start
That's why I'm here.
People start websites all the time, and they're like, "Oh yeah, like this is gonna be sick," and then they're like, "Whoa, like I'm not making any money."
Yeah, I mean, it's fine.
This is why I'm
whatever.
here, just to, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I started
chat with
doing
a bunch of badass people.
When I started my wrestling channel, I mean, I was just angry, and I was just talking about the product, and I mean, I just cared about views and maybe a couple people coming on to hang out or whatever, and then it turned into something crazy, you know. And but that's how you start, and that's how you start, and that's, you know, then one day you're working for like Dave Meltzer or something, and you're like, damn, how'd this happen, you know?
Well, I don't know about that.
I mean,
I would ever work for Dave Meltzer.
Well, but you know what I mean, like
But if he extended an offer, I would graciously take it.
yeah, well, soon he's gonna have to, because all these women are gonna come down on him about being a man organization or something, so they'll have to hire.
I mean, I wasn't planning on the change really. It kind of just happened after the Kenny Omega documentary interview. It happened really fast within 24 hours.
That was great too. That was that's so cool that they did that for Kenny for that year. Like a year they followed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
For what they told me, it was almost about a year. So,
it was like
you know, it's an interesting change. It's new. I'll actually be hosting Elimination Chamber, so I have no idea what's going on this week. So my replies will actually be genuine.
That's good though. That's all right. Take a break. It's gonna be terrible anyway. I think this is gonna be.
I think it's going to be a drag of
don't
a
have
show, honestly. It seems like they're very ill-prepared, and they have, like, tentative ideas of what they're going to do past this pay-per-view, but not really, you know, this isn't of much importance, so it's going to be phoned in, it feels like.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I mean, for some reason, you know, no one really wanted to host Elimination Chamber, so I was like, well, I'll do it. So I'll be taking over Still Chair's Twitter, and it'll be me talking. So, asking, you know, if anyone can ask questions.
That's cool. We'll have to follow you during the night. You know, I'll retweet it. What's the Twitter handle?
It's just Still Chair Mag. If you go to my Twitter, it'll be in the bio information on the top.
Okay. What's your Twitter so everybody can find you?
Ash Rose Nova.
Ash Rose Nova. I forget people's Twitter all the time, so like I gotta ask. Like I'll be like, what? I think I'm a visual person because I know it. I'll look at your picture and I'll be like, oh yeah, there they are, but I won't look at the words. Like I swear to God, Jake, wasn't it like a year and a half that I had to ask you, what's your Twitter again? Like every show.
At least that.
It was it was a year. Finally, I know.
I go to talk to people. And even people I talk to regularly, I have to search through DMs because I'm like, I don't know if I'm talking to the right person because I don't remember what their username was. If it's not their actual
you
name.
guess and they come up and then you go, oh, there they are.
Yeah. Oh, and the Rousey quote was, it's my vagina, keep speculations to yourself. I found it, so.
I get it, man. Well, people talking about her making a family and shit, if she didn't say that, I mean, that would piss you off.
Yeah, she said, leave me and my reproductive organs alone. I honestly don't know why anyone feels they're an authority to speak on plans for my uterus.
Well, damn.
I get it.
But yeah, no,
she said,
just,
my plans
I thought
is a
it was
private
time to
matter.
leave, so.
Yeah, I agree.
But she said she's not going anywhere anytime soon, so she says I'm still in contract, and that's all there is.
All right. Well, I mean, you know, it's hard to say because you're going to say that anyway.
Yeah.
But also, this is another one of those times where I write this down, like I write it down, and if she leaves right after, you're like, oh, that was right. And she was playing it. But then if she doesn't leave and she's here the whole year again, you're like, oh, that was all bullshit back then.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't really know.
No, it's because it's gone both ways so many times. It's hard to tell. And she did just open the Suicide Prevention Center in, where was this? In Los Angeles. Her and Melissa Rivers worked together to get this place open. And she wants to, you know, make a message that people should reach out, don't tough it out. Her father and her grandfather both took their own lives, so she's very passionate about helping people. You know,
she almost took hers.
Yeah, so she went through a big bout of depression, and that was, you know, publicly brought up. So
yeah, that was
you know,
very.
she wants people to go ahead and realize that, you know, having these thoughts, you don't have to do it alone. It's pretty cool. So
yeah, good for her, man. That's cool. Ashley, anything else you want to say before you go?
No, unless y'all had questions about, you know, the coverage or the documentary or anything like that. I'm here, so.
All right, yeah, I'll probably message you later. Or have Jake message you some stuff. That's really
right.
cool. All right, we'll talk to you.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon.
Again, congratulations.
All right, later.
Yeah, congrats. Steel Chair Mag. I just
Thanks.
went to the website. Ashley Rose Nova on Twitter. Steelchairmag. I don't know, bigcartel.com I think is the website. There's a lot of different things. It's got a lot of cool things on it. I got to check it out. I've never read it or heard of it really because it's like European.
Yeah, her going there was my first, you know, introduction to the site. But
yeah, pretty
yeah,
cool.
Talking about suicide prevention, then we're going into self-harm with Sunday's card for the pay-per-view. Everyone wants to, you know, swallow some bleach. It's not looking great, honestly. I don't see a match that's happening Sunday that I'm even remotely excited for.
I'm not either. I'm
Today
going
that Braun Strowman and Baron Corbin is no disqualification. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah,
Who
right.
truly gives a flying fuck? No one cares about the bad blood between these two. This should have been handled months ago and finished. There, you know, when he lost his match to Brock Lesnar, this should have been over with. When he, you know, should have just squashed Baron Corbin and have it be done and over with. Then, I don't know why they're continuing this. It feels like a waste. You don't know who's in what role anymore because everybody's been so flippant about things. It just doesn't feel. I don't even want to say just believable, but you know, because we've seen guys smaller take on Braun. You know, it's just. But again, in the way that they're setting it up, it just feels like Baron has no chance. So you know there'll be some form of fuckery, and the outcome is just pointless anyways.
Right.
If Braun loses, it'll be because of something. If he wins, it doesn't change the landscape at all. It doesn't make anything different.
Yeah, I agree. It's really. I mean, dude, it almost feels like this will go to WrestleMania and they'll be booked in a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah, something. It'll just keep escalating, and that. Oh God, that'd be even worse. The women's tag elimination chamber. I'm curious to see who wins, but I'm not really hyped for the match, mostly because most of these teams are just throwaway teams. They've been thrown together for, you know, half of them anyways. It feels that way, and I don't know. The tag division is not something that's been very well fleshed out. I'm hoping that this changes now, since there will be belts for the women, that going forward they will have dedicated female tag teams. And it was said here earlier that plans going forward is to remove the brand split for select superstars. And I said that was a bit odd, but a lot of people have brought up the fact that, you know, whoever wins the belts are going to be featured on both shows. And we said this, you know, we were speculating on this months ago, before SummerSlam even, when they mentioned the idea of having women's tag titles. We said hopefully they're not on, you know, hopefully there's not belts for both shows. Hopefully it's just one, you know, one set of tag team champions, and they can be on both Raw and SmackDown. That's the case. We already knew that. But apparently they're going to have some of the other teams be able to go on both shows as well, just to go ahead and help strengthen the women's tag division.
I just really believe that they gotta they gotta have one tag team champion, they gotta have one women's champion, and that's it. Just the double tag team belts don't work anymore. Have those.
If they don't want to give the women their own show, then just have one women's division, you know, one roster that can be used on both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, the roster.
You can still feature them the way you do now. You can still have certain ones appear one night and certain ones appear the next night. But just have them all in one pool that's readily available. The problem is there's not enough talent at times, or there's too much talent, you know, and so having them vie for two titles diminishes the other. We've seen this happen over and over again. I mean, right now, Asuka's the afterthought. Ronda's the main champ, it feels like. So if they have the one belt, and now they introduce the women's tag belt, maybe down the line they have a mid-card type belt. You know, that would have to be quite a while after they establish this better, but have the women be able to fight on both shows and just worry about building each one individually and having better storylines.
Yeah, I would definitely go that way. Because right now, what is wrong with me? I guess I'm having strokes tonight.
The Grand, baby.
It is the Grand. It's affecting me, man. Because right now it's just too discombobulated with like who's the champion and they're the champion and how many champions are. It's fucking insane. There's literally been 1 hour extra added to WWE main content. You know, with Raw being 3 hours instead of whatever. But now you got Universal Champion, United States Champion, Raw Tag Champions, Raw Women's Tag Champions or something. Did I get Raw Women's Champion too?
Yes.
That's 4. 5. So that's 5. So it's 5 titles on Raw. And or maybe if the women's tag belts are won by a Raw team. And then there's 4 on SmackDown. There's the Tag Team Champions, the Women's SmackDown. There's the IC Champion, the WWE World Champion. That's 4, so that's 9 titles.
Or it's a U.S. title on SmackDown.
Right, I had it backwards.
Yeah, flip that. But still,
9 champions, 9 different championships within a 5-hour show.
Yeah.
5 hours of show. I feel like that's just too much. I feel like 5 hours.
Way too much.
5 hours of show to me needs maybe 5-6 belts.
And the cruiserweight, if they decide to do it.
And then
that is on 205 Live, but they do have it. You know, they had it at one point in time on.
They
Raw,
have it on the main roster shows.
Yeah, it is on the pay-per-views, which we're getting a match Sunday. So.
Yeah,
and they already made changes to the women's division as far as Total Divas goes. The Bella Twins will not be a part of the new season. They also said that Lana and Rusev were out, that they weren't hitting with fans that were, how they have like they air it to select groups, like focus groups beforehand.
Yeah.
They felt that Lana and Rusev weren't merging and succeeding well with the focus groups, and viewer retention was going down with them. So they brought in Sonya Deville and Ronda Rousey to replace them.
I could see Ronda doing well from like some people maybe, but again,
she might be a draw for the show. But I mean, they're losing the Bella Twins, so that's a huge loss in its own right.
It's a big loss.
And yeah, Lana, I don't know how many people follow her specifically with Total Divas, but Sonya Deville, maybe this will garner her more attention individually. So we'll see how that works for her. Maybe it'll be a catalyst for her to succeed better in the company. Because right now, it's either Mandy and Sonya or Mandy. Sonya Deville is really just forgotten about most times, I feel.
Yeah.
All the focus is on the Blonde Bomb show and, Corey Graves feigning over her sexiness, the goddess.
Sonya Deville looked kind of cute the other night. They put her in all kinds of makeup. And she just she's like Sporty Spice from the Spice Girls, man. She kicked the shit out of you.
Yeah.
What other shit you got, Jake? I'm going to go to the phones again in a minute, but...
Kurt Angle is rumored to not be doing so well.
He doesn't look good. Does not look good.
He's definitely on his way out. WrestleMania 35 may be his last Mania. He's, just really in poor shape. A lot of people have been saying. You look at it, he was defeated by Dolph Ziggler in round 1 of the WWE World Cup, Best in the World tournament there. Then he was, also defeated around that time. Drew McIntyre, destroyed him, and we haven't seen much of him. Then recently we had him show back up on Raw, and they're saying that recently they can see he's in bad shape. He cannot move properly as well. A lot of people said that he was compared to Mick Foley. Brad Shepard himself said that, he compares him to Mick Foley body-wise in the sense that, his body's failing him, and he's not as able to be athletic as he once was. And, this Brad Shepard's the same source saying that it's also going to be Angle's last match.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, he just looks like he's really lumbering around out there, really having trouble. I don't know if Ashley's link was able to go through, but if it wasn't, I'm just going to retweet it anyway, or re-message it. That's Ashley's steel chair link. just in case my bot took it down. I just wanted to put it back up for him.
Get that to go through. Yeah, the full quote here is, now Kurt Angle can barely move. I'm told that he moves like Mick Foley backstage, standing still. He looks pretty good. But what we can see in the ring when you watch him, I've been told, getting in and out of his car, it's very difficult. It's unfortunate. So Kurt Angle is not in good physical shape at all, and he is on his way out of the company, Brad Shepard revealed.
He needs rehab. Jared Barron is in a coma now, guys, I think. He's definitely in a coma right now.
He's
Thanks, Jared.
His imitation crayon fucked him up.
You know, I think that, yeah, he just doesn't look good because he's good. He doesn't play around with moving slow or, you know, trying not to work as damn hard as he can. So the fact that he is unable to move very fast, he just keeps up barely enough. And it's not really, though. He went, which is weird because 3 years ago, we were watching him on the independent scene kind of tear it up a little bit, like pretty damn good. He was a little bit older and stuff, but he could still...
That was about, what, 4 years ago? 3 years ago almost?
I mean, 3 or 2 years ago. Right before he came to WWE, he was tearing it up. He had good matches with Cody Rhodes and shit. He had that 3-match odyssey with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, and then since then, he's only wrestled, 12 matches, they said, in total. So.
He aged into The Undertaker's years instantly. And it's not age, it's... well, it is age, but... his body is really deformed. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not kidding. The way he walks, he's deformed walking. He walks very strange. He walks like his legs don't stand up straight. His neck is fucking wrecked beyond belief. I mean,
he's with a broken freaking neck. For a long time, he's had that issue.
Dude, my neck bothers me from a hit at ice hockey from like 5 years ago now, and it's like
mine's broken. Mine's fused together from C1 to C3.
Right,
I've had spinal fusions and
that's
all that. I can't. It's been through.
And that's what he's had that like several times over and broken neck.
I was smoking weed.
On top of that,
Phil.
I had to wear a neck brace for quite
Indiana
some time.
Jones.
It was terrible. So.
Yeah, this guy needs to go in hot tubs for the rest of his life now and just chill out. Like,
I'd kill for a hot tub.
Oh my god. Well, dude, I got one in my house basically. Like, this fucking bathtub is hot. Dude,
moving in.
The other day, remember I told you the other day that I got in this bathtub and I got out of it and I thought I was dying?
Yeah.
I get into this thing and it's burning me and I'm like, oh, I want it to burn me. Nice. And I get in and I'm like, ooh. And it really...
Joe Conan stew.
Yeah, so I get in. And when I got out, I was red everywhere where I was in it. And I was in it for like 15 minutes. And when I got out, I felt like I was suffering. I felt like I had, like I was sick.
Like a stroke.
Nauseous. I felt shaky. I was all fucked the fuck up. And I was Googling everything I could on it. And one of the things I saw was like your blood sugar drops or whatever.
Yeah,
and then
your blood pressure changes too. It elevates being in the hot tub. So when you need to acclimate it slowly. And when you get out, your temperature drops so quickly, and your body doesn't acclimate properly that your blood pressure drops. And when it bottoms out like that, it's like being in a type of almost like a diabetic coma where you're like your sugar lowers,
Yes.
all your levels drop, and you kind of go into like a mini shock. So
yeah, I was on the couch telling Leah that I could barely get my arms up.
Yeah,
and I was like,
you're completely dehydrated because it pulls all of the hydration out of your body being in such hot water.
Yep.
That your body can't, basically replenish itself quick enough. So.
Well, I was trying to figure out. I got one of those thermometer things, digital, because when Leah was sick, I was filling up the bathtub for the kids, and I was like, let me take the temperature of the water, and I took it so that I could make sure that the water was about 95 degrees. Because they say hot tub. I looked it up. They want hot tubs to be at like between 100 and 105.
Yeah.
And so I made sure the kids, it was like 90 degrees or something. I looked up bath for kids, babies. They said 100 or something. So I was like, all right, now I'll do like 90, 95 degrees for the kid. And so I did. And, fuck, I crossed a wire. And so just for the shit of it, the next day I went to go take a shower. So I turned the tub, up to the level that it was at when I went in it. Because it still wasn't up all the way. It was very hot. The boiler says we're at a safe level. I think it's wrong, so I have to turn the boiler down because someone's going to get burnt, if they do the wrong thing on the faucet. So I turned this thing up to where I had it when I got in the tub that day, And this fucking tub read 111 degrees. And I'm like, dude, I sat in a 111 degree tub for 15 minutes. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, because I've heard of people getting sick in 105. And so, I mean, I got in, it was burning me. But I was like, hell yeah, this is hot. I like this. But I don't know. Yeah, you sweat a lot. Yeah, people are all, I agree, man. I definitely did dehydrate myself. And I probably could have fucking died. Like, to be honest, like, maybe not. But I mean, if I had been in, like, ill health, if I hadn't been in bad health, or I had heart problems, that probably could have killed me or sent me into a crazy, like, I'm probably lucky.
Yeah,
it's like fucking,
and it can cause a nasty rash, like a hot tub.
Yeah, I had a rash. I had a rash for 2 days. I had red, or like it was hilarious. Where I was laying in the tub, if I got up and looked in the mirror, I'm like white, red down to my feet. Fucking retard, dude. I'm an idiot.
Like, yeah, hot tubs are disgusting. Like public ones.
Public ones.
You know, because you're supposed to wait 2 weeks after being sick or having diarrhea to go in a hot tub, public one, or even anyone really. But a lot of people don't, and that exposes you to like gastrointestinal bacteria or crypto, and that stuff is chlorine tolerant. So even if they have the chemicals set,
I gotta run to the bathroom. I've been like sitting here for like the last hour needing to pee, and I keep digging and digging and digging. Yo, what up, Philly? I'm back.
What's up?
Nothing. Why you seem down in the dumps?
I'm fucking sick and tired of Amazon.
Amazon?
Yeah, they're giving me the fucking runaround.
On what?
I'm trying to buy something and they're telling me my card's fucking fraudulent.
Oh, huh.
And man, my card's not fraudulent. I've spent $2,000 on my fucking Amazon account with this card.
Really?
Before. I mean, in the past 10 years.
It's just been the same one?
Yeah.
Wow.
And now they're telling me it's fraudulent. They say, oh, they'll be getting back to you shortly. And 3 hours have gone by, and I haven't heard one fucking thing.
Wow.
It's like shortly in your book must mean a couple fucking days. So in my book, it means, 10, 15 minutes.
What's it, like, do you gotta call them, or they email you, or?
They're supposed to email me. I still have the chat window up from fucking... I contacted them at 2 o'clock, because that's when I wanted to order the shit. And first they said, oh, I gotta send you to the concern team. First person I talked to on the chat. And then the second person I talked to, oh, I gotta send you to the concern team. So it's where you just fucking sent me. And now this third person's telling me, oh, it shouldn't be too long. They will contact you by email. It shouldn't be too long, she says.
Huh. What are you trying to order?
Fucking Amazon coins.
What is it?
Amazon coins for apps and shit.
Oh. I've never heard of that. I buy, like, regular stuff.
Yeah, well, you get cheaper. It's cheaper to buy Amazon coins than buy apps and, like, movies and shit like that through Amazon than it is to go through Google Play or fucking Apple.
I got it. Okay. You probably can't call him, can you?
I mean, I can, but I don't want to fucking sit on the phone for 3 hours.
I gotcha.
That's why I did it through the fucking chat. I figured, it'd be quicker and easier, but they don't know what the fuck's going on.
I mean, have you looked at your, like, bank statement? Like, is there anything on there that isn't right? Yeah, like, has anything been, like, charged on your card that you didn't?
Oh, no, it hasn't. That's what I mean. They won't charge it because they say my card's fraudulent.
I got you.
I mean, I typed them back, so 3 hours have gone by and still no response. If you checking your for feedback, seems the team is still investigating. What are they on fucking lunch?
When was the last time you bought something off Amazon?
It was like a year ago. I mean, I had to re-enter all my payment shit, update my password.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, before I even was able to log into... Well, I had to update my password, change my password. Before I could even log in. And then after I logged in, I had to update my payment method, and I did.
Did you have a good Valentine's Day?
Yeah, it'd been better if I could have got these Amazon coins.
Jeez, I'm sorry. Long story short, I pretty much impregnated Nikki, but really? Nikki's in there watching BET. She's watching a movie.
That, which hot tubs are really, really, really hard to keep chlorinated and you know, chemically treated.
Your body absorbs that too at that temperature like crazy. I guess.
Yeah, because your pores open. So, but
yeah, that's nuts.
Crazy.
That is nuts. Somebody said I take 120. Let's see, Rye guy said I take 120 degree saunas. Yeah, but that's different because a sauna, it's steam. So, I agree that you probably do need to drink a lot of water for that, maybe, but a sauna is still steam, so you can deal with that. But, and that's still crazy actually, but for a tub, I mean, the water is touching you, it's boiling you, like it's.
That was my favorite thing with being at my step-grandfather's house. He had 2 100-gallon propane tanks to heat the outdoor pool because there were so many trees in the neighbor's yard. The pool got no sun ever, so it was freezing. So we had, you know, the gas propane to heat the pool in wintertime. Before late fall, end of September, early October, I could turn the thing up to 102, 103 degrees and be able to swim, you know, all night and stay hot. It was great.
That's fucking awesome. I love saunas, man. I want to have one of those.
Hell yeah.
Someday, maybe.
That'll be the next edition.
So,
well, the other thing I was going to bring up, I started to mention before, yeah, people are backstage are really, you know, really upset with the scripts coming up very late. Obviously, as we said, Natalia and Dana Brooke, their segment got cut this past week, even though they promoted that the match was going to happen. And it's a perfect example. It says here on Ringside News that nothing fits into the final script. It says some people don't know what is going on, leaving them to prepare for something that doesn't happen. So people get there, they think they have this match or this segment. And Finn Balor had spoken about this at one point in time recently, too. He had lines to learn. He practices them all. Then he goes to go into the gorilla position, and the script is completely thrown out. He has a new script in about 30 seconds to go over it.
Definitely, that's confirmed by multiple people, and that's insane. That's enraging.
Yeah.
You spend
And that's why
hours
you see
practicing.
people get out there, and they're lost. They don't know what to say. And some people can recover nicely, but yeah. You said it's very widespread.
That's insane because you're planning on something like you said, and then you're studying it. Like I would be a mess in WWE. I would never be able to do that. I'd be like, you know what? I'd get out there and do what Dean does. I'd be like, slay the beast. I don't fucking know. Slay the fucking beast.
That's why some of the SmackDown crew was upset because they went ahead and they did the most recent weekend of house shows and whatnot. So they wrestled Friday. I don't know if it was Friday or Saturday, but it was Saturday, Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. I don't know about Friday, but I know the other dates were definite. So they had a house show Saturday, they had a house show Sunday, they had a house show Monday while Raw was live, and then Tuesday they had SmackDown. So when somebody gets to SmackDown, and, you know, let's say it's like, you know, somebody like Nakamura or Rusev, they just wrestled 3 days in a row. Travel, wrestle, fly, travel, wrestle, fly. You know, all these things, signings, local DJs, you know, interviews and stuff like that. Then they get to SmackDown and they find out last minute, you're in your gear, you've already showered, you got dressed, you're all set and ready to go. Oh, I know you rehearsed all this segment, but we canceled it, so you're all done. And it's rude to leave before everybody else is finished. So now you have to sit and wait for production to finish, and then you get to go back to your hotel when you didn't have to show up to begin with. You're not, you know, contractually obligated to be there if you don't have anything going on that night. A lot of times they let people stay and rest and not have to, you know, continually travel.
Right.
So if you could know ahead of time, hey, I'm in, you know, Jacksonville and I don't have to go all the way to New York tomorrow, that's great. I'm just going to stay here then and then go home on Wednesday. But no, they don't have that luxury. Now they show up to TV and they have nothing to do. So they traveled all that way, which is usually on their dime as well, as we've heard, for nothing. So people are getting very upset backstage, and they understand that it takes a lot to pull off a 3-hour live show or a 2-hour live show the next night. But a lot of these issues are compounding, and the staff is just equally as upset as the stars.
It's gotta be frustrating. Once in a while you get it. Like, once in a while shit happens. But, you know what I mean? For it to happen, like, almost every week, it seems like. For, like, 50% of the roster is having shit changed, if not more, every week. They gotta be pissed. Kieran, $5 on Patreon. What's up, Kieran? And what's up to Joe Bochicho? Joe going $5 a month on Patreon as well. What's up, Joe? Nick G and Woken Pita is there as well. So welcome to the Patreon, guys. Lots of bonus content on there, including me and Leah's podcast. Our new episode's coming, so get ready for that. Plus Corrupted podcast this Saturday night and more, all on Patreon. 348 patrons and counting now. Plus, on top of that, everything else in the tiers, our reward system over on the right. Morning Madness. I put it up there. I told my Best Buy story about me installing the washer and everything that went on with that. So I had fun doing that. Questions for Morning Madness is there. There's the corrupted audio from last week. And a whole bunch of stuff that you can't hear on YouTube. You can download and all kinds of stuff. Plus, I give you guys alerts when I go live on YouTube on Patreon, so you get the alerts. 30 hours a month of content you cannot get on YouTube, including this photo of me actually crying from that. What a bitch. That's hilarious. If you don't think that's funny, you have no soul.
That's gold.
Look at me. I look disheveled. I look like I lost my puppy. That's goddamn hilarious. So let me go finish off these alerts here. And I think I'll get into some games or something. I'll hang up for a little while, you guys. Super chat. I think we lost Troy, though.
H-E-E-Y Joe, what's up, bro? Jake, hug me.
Aw, John D.
I'll
Jake.
give you some virtual hugs.
Give him a hug. Give him a hump, too, Jake.
Oh, I'll make his V-Day all wet.
Man, I'd love you to just come over and step on my head. Yo, Jay Money.
That's the top tier.
The top tier Patreon. $200 a month, and Jake will step on your balls.
That's right. Good stilettos.
I can't believe, you know, Tommy got banned from the first 2 hours of Monetize This, but I can't believe he's not going to be on Monetize This 200 after all this shit. And the belt's on the line. What if somebody's out there wanting to make his dream come true of winning the title on Monetize This?
Yep.
And he's at a fucking haunted mansion blowing a fucking
how do
guy's
you take
ass.
a screenshot again?
I said too. It's you know, it's
F12.
February.
Or you mean like in the game?
This is a normal
Like,
screenshot.
I
not in the
promised
game.
them I'd volunteer.
Oh,
What?
you would
That's
hit
gotta be
print
code word for
screen?
clan rally. right?
And then going to
Right.
paint shop.
Yeah, he's
and then
going to
hitting
Canada.
paste.
That's a great point. That's a great
The only people they're scaring is the minorities in this
Yeah,
town.
we got to scare off the minorities again. We do it every month.
It seems like that's
I
a
never
given.
used my
You know?
paint
They
It has
fucking anybody who
It's
looks
pretty
like
cool. That's
Mexican or Spanish
after
or
all my
Latino
slides,
or
like on my
black,
YouTube page,
like
that's
they
what
ride
I
around
use.
on. And now it's
It's
not
like
horses,
copy and paste
right?
stuff into it and whatnot.
Although honestly, to be honest, I might be more terrified if it was horses because I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck? I mean, these guys have horses. Dude, if I saw 7 white guys with clans, helmets on or whatever, masks on horses, I mean, I'd be kind of concerned about that. But that or bikes. Bikes would also concern me. So they get on Harleys and they ride
Just
around scaring
Huffies.
people. Yeah, and
All
Huffies.
riding on Huffies, the ones with
Yeah.
the pegs, so they can ride 2 per bike. You know.
Absolutely, man. They know it.
Scary shit right there.
Oh man, just fucked up. Just sick shit. Tommy, you are creepy, man. Go to your Klansman
Sadistic
rally, you
bastards.
sick racist.
They all have Denny's afterwards.
He's eating Denny's. Yeah. Who the hell? He asked Bailey to buy Denny's for him.
I was dying when I ever heard that. I'm like, oh my god, this is just because he does that same tactic with so many people. And you know, like I said, same thing with me with the network stuff. You're in the middle of saying something, and he's like, well, if you don't mind, you know, here's my idea. It's like,
This guy in the chat wrote, "I'm white, but the Klansmen scare me too." Yeah, imagine
yeah, they
imagine
do.
how black people feel. Like,
Oh my God.
cause how creepy is it? It's 2019. Like, I get it. Like, gangs are scary, right? There's a lot of black people in gangs and shit, and that's scary. I get that too. I'm scared of that. But imagine, like, in 2019, there's still people in the Klan. Like, there's not a lot. There's only a couple thousand idiots, you know. But I'm saying, like, that's got to be terrifying because it's like,
Damn, I feel sorry for Logan
like
tomorrow.
these people are so mentally fucked
Why?
up that they're in this shit in 2019. Like, that's like, you know that they're
I got
fucking
gas
weird.
like
Like,
a
there's something
motherfucker.
wrong.
Why is there a zombie
Uh,
back
there.
you can't even make a
Oh, I
you know,
put him there.
a racist joke just to be funny. You know,
Yeah,
like
he's not
stand-up
gonna wake
comedians
up.
get their lives
No,
ruined.
he's just like a
You
little
wanna
mannequin.
actually willingly be part of a clan nowadays.
Yeah. Hey, Burr Bra, go
That's how
on,
you know they're
good.
fucking
Go unsub and get out of here, you dumb idiot. Get the fuck out of here, retard. This guy's like, I'm unsubbing. Why? Why are you even unsubbing? Why? What are you talking about? Why? Goodbye.
Joe, did you say you won't
What do you
be
work
able
tomorrow?
to make it to WrestleCon? There are other wrestling
No.
events going on Mania weekend. Would you show up at House of Glory?
Absolutely not.
6:30 to 3
Walmart
on
associate,
Saturday.
thank you, man. Absolutely would
4
not
on
show up
Sunday
at
and
that.
6:30 to
What about
2
House of
on
Hardcore?
Monday.
I would maybe go. Yeah, I'd go to House of Hardcore and I'd be like, Tommy Dreamer, can you hire
I'm
me as your
tired of not
commentator?
still not
Because
making sales
that's the one I
and sending me
They
fucking
suck.
home early.
Yeah, I always switch those two names. That's my problem.
yeah, me too. I fuck it up
Yeah,
now.
the guests come in
Oh shit.
Hi, this
yesterday.
is Larry,
He gets called back
Tommy's
to the
husband.
barn.
Well, secret
They said
husband.
needs-
He
there's
won't be
no
on
way to burn copies.
MT200
The guy
because
goes
we
in
have a
the
date
boat,
night
straight
that
up,
night.
comes the
We're
fucking
going to
DSA
our
or
favorite
there at
Burger King
Shoveling.
and drinking Mike's Hard Lemonades all night. He
Says,
won't talk about me, but he
You know, I
loves
really
my
could use some
nipples.
help out in there.
Mm.
I was
Just like
well,
you
oh my
it's
God.
not
You know,
technically
Tommy's
our
his brother.
department.
I believe it.
We're
Tommy's husband,
OPD.
thank you for becoming a $5
Well, that's
shit
just
bum. I
bullshit.
appreciate that.
And so the guy that was supposed to help you
Um,
was sitting on his ass on the forklift.
So what do you
right
want to do,
there.
Jake? Do you want to play games or?
I didn't say ass, but he's,
I
I
gotta
said he's
get
sitting
up
right there on the
fast early,
forklift that was supposed to be
unfortunately,
helping
tomorrow,
him.
so I'll stay around.
And
for
then
a
he goes
little bit.
inside to Logan
I don't have everything all set up here, so
and
it would
says,
take me a
"Yeah, you
little bit.
guys out here just sitting around with their thumbs up their ass, not
I
helping
know.
anybody."
I'm
And Logan,
Senor
Logan
Vagina
said he
tonight,
laughed,
but-
like literally laughed.
Oh, this is the night you said,
told
man.
the guy
You
the
said
same
tonight.
shit.
I know,
Let's
I know.
go.
And he goes, "Well, that
With
guy's
my
out
living
there
room
looks
being
like he's plowed
destroyed
the whole
currently,
fucking
it
parking
has
lot."
not been
Sitting on
the
the
ideal
plow
of
there.
days.
Man, I'll tell you what.
Dude, he didn't plow any of that
Troy's
parking
really
lot.
a
He
pussy.
just fucking got on
I
that
mean,
thing.
because he's got to work tomorrow, but fuck him. Fuck
It's like,
work
I fucking
tomorrow, Troy.
sick of fucking
You
Pat's
piece of
lazy ass.
shit. You know? You know what? I'll just play Diablo.
Bastard.
Fuck it. You
And
piece of
Pat
shit.
fucking
You
Logan sitting at the
piece
desk
of
or whatever in the
shit.
morning yesterday. And Pat,
I will,
Pat comes
I will
in
hang
and
out
says,
and play
"You
some
guys, what's the matter,
Diablo,
you
I guess.
bored?" He's like,
Anything else
"Yeah,
you wanted to
we
mention?
pick up and gas." Pat's
Jake,
like, "Oh, well, if you need something to
WWE,
do,
like I
there's a lot
said
of
before, with
shoveling
them,
out there."
being late with the scripts and stuff. This is the things they're trying to
Dude,
remedy.
you know,
with
I
this.
haven't
That's
seen
why they
Pat
hired
touch a fucking
Jarrett
shovel all
Abyss,
goddamn
Sanjay
year.
Dutt, Shane
He's telling
Helms.
Logan to go
They're
out
trying
there
to
and
have two
shovel?
production teams, so they don't have to rely on
I wish I
one
would've
team
been there and
traveling
heard
between
that. I would've
locations
fucking
and
said
making
something.
decisions for because the SmackDown team has to still check with the Raw team to make sure things are
I
on the
decided
up and
Logan
up.
laughed at that too.
But the big issue of it all
I'm
always
surprised
comes
Logan
down
didn't
to
say, "Why don't you
Vince
touch a fucking
McMahon.
shovel?"
He has final say above all else. And
I
that's one of
seen
the things
Pat.
that they really wish they could remedy.
You know that little slit in the barn
it's been said
down
time
by
and
the
time
saw,
again
but
that
it's like
he'll
not
have
way to the
people come up
corner.
with great storylines. He'll veto them.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the idea, or he'll just scrap.
I seen him
stories
drive the fork through there with the
mid-run.
mask
The
up and
script's
hit
done.
the top rack.
They're 20 minutes out from starting the show.
Literally,
Now you have
I've
to
seen
rewrite
him
the
do
intro
it.
because
He
changed
did it
his mind.
twice.
So
It says right
you're
there
hearing
in
this
big
time
letters,
and time again that people are getting upset with
Yep,
these,
they.
issues,
Dude, I see a
and
lot
it's
of people
becoming more and
drive
more
it
of a
through that
problem.
little slit, but like,
It sucks. It's fucking.
People are blocking
It's
each
the
way.
part of the main
Or get in
reason
there
why
to
we
do
see
what
the
I do.
ratings bomb out so long.
Right.
Because there is no
Yeah, I see
long-term
him
booking
constantly
and things
driving
aren't
through it,
thought
yeah.
out ahead of
Yeah,
time.
but
we've
dude,
heard a
he
lot
like,
of people say too that Vince
boom!
controls everything now. It's like guys like Jericho
like
have
Rob
confirmed this,
coming
and even people that don't
receiving
work
into
there anymore.
OPD there,
We're like, yeah, Vince,
Rob
he used
Door.
to have all this trouble with shit like
He fucking had his
Shawn
mask up and
Michaels
hit
and
that,
these
almost
guys and the
tipped the forklift
Click and
over.
other guys
man.
demanding shit. And I remember
Poor
Jericho was a
Nimrod.
real proponent for it. Like, that shit doesn't happen anymore. Vince just says, get out there and do this. And if you don't do this, we'll fuck off. Like, there's no fucking... Nobody stands up to him really anymore. And the only person Jericho said that can do it is Lesnar. He's like, well, Lesnar can... whatever. But pretty much nobody else. There's no, fighting more. I mean, there's Rusev, trying to pick away at everything. Trying to chip away at McMahon and everything. But then it gets them nowhere in the end. They go, well, we're going to try to do whatever we can, man, pal, and work you in and do this, probably. And then Vince probably, and then just it doesn't happen. He goes, well, it didn't work out that way for you. Keep trying, we'll see what happens. And nothing happens. And where back in the day, somebody would be like, fuck this. Like, let me do something. And all the money's rolling in. So, like, they don't care. It's like, what is there to care about?
And as we said before, I mean, they have such a, wealth of talent. They're talking now, we want to bring Candice LeRae up as well. We're going to have her, possibly be on house shows, see how the crowd reacts to her, but they want to bring her up as well when they do the next, batch of people moving up to the main roster for call-ups. And they have plans with, Kevin Owens. They're saying that when he comes up, he,
You just making
originally
down
when
here?
they said he's going to start
What'd
in
you
April,
say?
but based on the vignette,
just making
it's
like a
only
maze
month out.
down
The
here?
reason for that is they want him to
Kinda, yeah.
come back in time for WrestleMania.
Kind of running through.
Originally, they thought it might be he'll be back.
Like,
in
I'm gonna
time for,
take a
like, the
left
day
right
after
here,
WrestleMania,
and then that
kinda
place
Raw.
that you just
But
ran
now they
to.
definitely want him back in time for Mania.
I'm gonna connect this
And
tunnel
they're
with that
also
one.
going
Like, I'm
ahead
gonna go
and
back north
having
again.
him come back as a face.
Or that one
But
that
they
you
want
tapped
him
that
to
end
be
over.
like it says here they want him as the
And
anti
I've just
Mr.
been
Perfect.
circling
Dave Meltzer
around.
was one of the people that I'm
Just
sourcing this from.
getting
but
resources
I've also
and shit,
brought this
really.
up to you beforehand as well. They said they wanted him to come back as a face, and the reason why you
Wait,
saw
who?
that
Come back as who? Who?
Kevin Owens. Come
Oh,
back as
Owens,
a
okay.
face. And the vignette we saw Monday night.
Like, what's his
certainly-
face from NXT who, ate chips while on the treadmill?
When you use that gun, does it put
Remember?
the stuff in your
they're
resource, like in
basically
your
trying to do
inventory?
it anti-Mr.
No, you
Perfect,
don't get any.
Meltzer
Oh,
calls it.
that sucks.
They want this
I
to be
know
your
it.
everyday
You
guy,
do
your
if you
next
use-
door neighbor
yeah,
who's
sir.
not
The
very,
what?
fit.
That's why he rolled the ball
Whatever
down the
got
gutter.
hammer,
Oh,
That's exactly.
And they didn't do a
resources, the
retake.
next P
Okay.
using that.
Yeah, it wasn't a retake. It wasn't that. This is what they're going for. That was their intention.
Yeah.
The quote here says they want you to have,
Well, wait, you know
someone
what?
that
Though,
you
wait a
can
minute.
relate to.
Jake, this makes perfect sense now. This makes perfect fucking sense. The other night when Owens was doing the thing at the bowling alley,
Yeah, I think
and then the
there's
weird digital
mountain base
pixelations
there
were
a little
happening,
bit.
Yeah.
I was like, why are they
I don't know if
doing
you
this?
noticed some big-ass
And I said,
towers that
oh,
built
he's
on
gonna
it.
roll the
Oh,
ball
yeah.
and do a strike. So they're gonna do the pixelations because there's gonna be an edit later.
They built three
So
of them,
it
one
can
for
be
each of us,
spliced
man.
together.
So they can splice the strike together so it doesn't seem
Oh,
awkward because
okay.
it was doing that since the beginning.
So you
I
go in
get
there, I don't know
it. Ah.
what you guys
And then
are
he threw a
doing, but I
gutter
pimped
ball and I
mine
went,
out
what the
a little
fuck
bit
is,
today this
why would they
morning.
do it then?
I haven't
But
even
they
been
did
up
it.
there. I
In case he
just
didn't throw a gutter ball.
been trying to get
Yeah.
stuff. I've
That's
been
fucking
trying to level
hilarious.
myself in. I've been
That
getting
or
stuff
it
to make
simply
like
was to
concrete
just
and
add
whatnot.
something to keep you
But
like focused.
no,
on
I'll
the
have to go up
crappy video.
there.
Could be. Yeah, I mean, it
Okay,
really
I
is
just got
their
level
point.
46. What?
Wow.
I just put a sign above
fucking
my
hilarious.
Phil's
Yeah,
place.
you know, it just that's how it goes. You know, they said here, rather than a fit athlete, they want you to, you know, he's going to be portrayed as a common man, the everyday guy. You know, this baby face is someone that you can relate to because it's just like your next door neighbor. You know, that's why the bowling alley promo, it's him with his family hanging out and, oh, look at that. He didn't bowl a strike. He's not perfect. He got a gutter ball, but that's okay. He's happy anyways because he's coming back. You know, that's the kind of
He's
role
coming
they
back
want
as
to go.
Homer Simpson.
Basically.
Wow. Hey, did you hear my Vince McMahon song?
No, I did not yet.
Really?
I saw it before put up and I did not hear it.
Did you guys like that? Because I wasn't sure. I thought it was okay, and I thought it was pretty good, but then I wasn't sure. If I make a lot of things and I don't put them up, and I made that Vince McMahon one last night.
Yeah, I was just gonna fill this.
And I was like, let me put it up. I think it's kind of funny. And I was like, oh fuck it, I'll put it up. And it seemed to get a really pretty good response from everybody. I will put the audio up to download on Patreon.
I'll have to check that out. I have it on my to-watch list on YouTube. But I didn't hear it yet.
I was going to throw it up when I go to pee and put up Diablo in a little while.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Drew said in the chat, he's like, between you and me, you know, he's reminded of how big pussies service people
about shit too.
And he's not wrong, because one of the issues I had today was
painted a bunch of stuff.
Housing come in and they had to replace
the
thermostat.
like
It's all cold lately. The heat hasn't been able to regulate
the tunnel or whatever to the bunker.
Yeah, and I have everything right here next to me. The thermostat's on the wall, but I have the TV.
I'm gonna go
in front of it,
let's
and
go
the
take a
Xbox
look
and the
at it.
entertainment center and all that.
Well, show me what you
we
did,
had to
Phil.
disconnect everything to move, and then they had to get into
Unless
the wall
you're in the
itself
middle
to
of that
change
Amazon
stuff.
shit.
So all the power had to be
No,
gone.
I'm
I had
done
to take all the
taking care of
surge
that
bars
shit,
out,
so.
everything. So it's all disconnected. That's why I said I don't have the Xbox set up.
Jesus Christ, man, that's
Because I
quite
got
the
home late
elaborate
from the Dodge, but
tunnel system
motherfuckers,
you got going on here.
they not only track, salt in the house and everything's dirty and left out, but like their wrappers from the old thermostat and like the box it came in was just left on the floor.
You got a podcast
the drinks
going
that
and
they
no one on
had
to
from when
talk
they
to?
were here, like they're like soda can
You
and
started
bottles
doing-
just
you just
left
start
right
going.
there. Like they don't give two shits. And I used to do, computer repair and a side job with a friend and stuff. I can never imagine, not like wiping your feet to come in or leaving garbage around or they moved the entertainment center. They disconnected stuff and they just threw cables everywhere because I wasn't home and I didn't know that they had to go ahead and get to that specific spot.
Should have hired
Just
white
make
people.
TV.
Should have hired white people.
And hey, they are white, surprisingly.
No, I'm just joking. Yeah, no. I was just fucking around. No, it's funny that Burr guy left the chat when I started talking about how the clan sucks. And he was like, really? I'm unsubbing then. So can we clarify? Like, I think we've got confirmed clan member is
Must be.
Burr Bra. Burr Bra was a confirmed clan member. Because he got real mad that I shit on the clan. So that guy, like, you might want to pay attention to his fucking YouTube because I think you might see a lot of
use
fucking
God mode to
anti-black
fly out.
people
I just
stuff
came
coming
out of
from
the
him, 'cause
maze.
Look at he got pissed.
he was
Yeah, I jumped up.
Look, he wrote, I'm offending a a lot of people. Who the fuck was I offending? What is he talking about? What, I was offending the clan members? I was offending racists? I don't care if I offend racists. Or is he one of these stupid minority people who thinks I was somehow, like, I'm not allowed to talk about race or I'm racist? Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
like,
shit,
then
I
you're
forgot
an
about
idiot.
the
Because if
forages.
you had a brain, you'd know that I just shit on the clan, you dumb fuck. Fucking, you know what? I wish the clan was around to come get you.
Casings and bullets.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe you are fucking. Like, maybe are you in the KKK?
I
Is
just
that what you're
forgot to
offended
empty
by?
them out.
What the fuck is to be offended by me saying that the fucking clan sucks or whatever I said? I said that Tommy's going to a clan rally. That's offensive? You're a pussy. If that's offensive, you're a
Yeah,
pussy,
I'm
dude.
gonna
You're an
head
idiot.
over to-
Dude, you suck. Unless you're a troll, then that makes sense. But like, other than that,
Even still,
like,
that's
dude,
a
what
low
the
level troll.
fuck are you
That's
talking
bottom
about?
tier fruit,
Like Tommy's going to a KKK rally. Like, that's a joke, you dumb idiot. This is the wrong channel for you. So I'm glad you unsubbed. Because goddamn, man, you're scared of that. You're fucking in trouble, bro. You're in trouble in life, dude. Imagine you going outside every day, dude. Some guy probably got raped right around the corner from where you live, and you're worried about like 3,000 clan members or whatever. They'll never
Friday
get
puppies.
anywhere.
Yeah.
They'll never get anywhere, bro. They're fucking stupid. Fucking.
Lewis said, I'm Mexican. I didn't find anything wrong. Damn straight.
You know what's funny is, you know what's funny about the clan members is a lot of the clan members are the ones that like make fun of the Middle Eastern people. But it's like, you know, the Middle Eastern people who keep their wives like wrapped up in shit. But that's kind of like what they're like, the clan members, because they like want to keep shit
probably
for themselves or whatever.
Head out here.
Yeah,
in a
I don't know. It's
little
like the
bit. I'm
same
gonna
sort
go
of
in
like
at
weird
5.
thing, like, oh no.
No, they do. They have that mindset.
Because of the fucking
Yeah, like we gotta
bullshit of this
remain.
week.
Like I get it. I get the tribal. I get tribal mentality of saying like
Yeah,
I
it's
like black
Valentine's
people.
Day, you gotta
I
go in
kind
there
of
and
like
slap that
hanging
puss
around black
around
people. I
one
don't
more
really
time.
want to be around white people as much. They're okay, but I don't want to be around them really.
Oh, you made it look
and
like
I
it's
get
like
if
a
white people are like,
steal
yeah,
in
like
here.
I kind of like to keep around
Yeah.
white people, but I like everybody. It's just I feel more comfortable around
cool.
other
Who's
white
that?
people. You know, I get it.
The pain of the floor is
That sort of
kind
like tribal
you did?
mentality of going to
Yeah.
what's familiar is very natural in our brains. That's not not normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why there's a lot of black people marry each other. There's a lot of white people marry each other.
pain in here.
But you know, every once in a while, you know, if you meet a girl who's pretty and you like connect with her, who's a different race, you can get married easily because we're all humans. It's not a big deal.
You work
So,
today?
It's
But-
just
Yeah.
it's not a full like indoctrination.
You
No,
busy
Yeah.
today?
it is ingrained
No.
in your.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
We
in
sat
your
home at
brain. It's
12,
not.
and
It's
pretty
no
much
joke.
everybody
It's a
that-
survival
sorry,
instinct in your
almost.
mind
Yeah.
to stick with
Yeah,
certain
everybody
people.
did on-
It's not. Now, when you
Everybody
start
that
wanting to
opened, they were
like
kicked out.
say that other people are
they
different
did
than you
that on
because of how they
fucking
look,
Wednesday.
or when you hurt
Pissed me
people
off.
because of how they look or whatever. Now
I
that's when
told
you're
them
fucked
I
up.
wasn't
Now
leaving
that's
till
fucked up.
12. Like Mitch
Thoughts
tried
on Joe
kicking,
again
or
/
Brent
Jack
tried
Dorsey
kicking
podcast?
little Brent out
I
at
feel like Joe
like
pushed out and
9:30
should
or
have
some
dived
shit,
more into
and I was
white
just like,
people who
no,
are
you're
getting
fucking
banned
full
left
time.
and right for BS
So,
reasons.
Carrie
and I
Sauce,
told
thanks
Brent,
for
I
the
was like, we're
donation.
all
I
gonna
mean,
stay
listen,
till
I'm
12,
banned
and then we
on
can get
Twitter
out. Like,
for
I don't
life.
leave
I have a
before
Twitter. I have a
12,
dummy Twitter, but I've
unless,
had
like, we're
5
doing
Twitters all
horribly,
be banned.
You know what I mean?
And
Like,
people always say, "Oh, Joe,
but
what'd you do to
I
get banned again?"
I refuse.
And
'cause
I
that's just
didn't do
bullshit.
anything to get banned again.
I
Yeah,
can't.
I hate
Permanently
that
banned.
shit.
If they find out
I
that
can't
I'm on
just
Twitter
like
again,
not.
they do. They
Personally,
find out,
like
they
as
ban me
me
again.
talking,
And they say,
I
due
can't
to the
just
fact
like
that you were
not
trying to evade
go
a
home before
permanent
12
ban,
o'clock and
we've
and
kicked
say,
off
yeah,
Twitter. And all I said
I've earned
was,
my keep today.
MTV
You know what I
made
mean?
that video shitting on white people. It was clearly shitting on
So,
white
oh,
people.
Phil's place.
And
Oh,
I
that's
said,
cute.
MTV hates white
Look at the
people.
floor,
as a
the
joke.
Brown
Similar- it was
Island.
supposed to be a
Oh my
take on
gosh.
Kanye West.
Oh my
George Bush
land, you
doesn't
put
care
a
about
lazy
black people.
Susan in.
So I said to MTV, MTV hates white people.
Oh, the
And
fucking cab ass
that's what
girls
banned
would
me
be
on Twitter
flipping
for
balls.
life.
You
I'm
put
banned
you got
for
a stove? Oh my
for saying
land, on an
MTV
oven?
hates white people. A fucking joke.
Trash compactor.
First
oh,
of all,
you got
MTV
pails.
is owned by white people. But, you know, it's just so fucking
It's okay.
retarded. So then Jack Dorsey goes on Rogan, and I get it that everybody expected
Oh,
Rogan
that's cool.
to like
Gun
call him out
safe
and to
me.
like
Oh, you
freak
found
out on him and
ammunition
whatever. But it's like,
box.
no, we shouldn't have expected that because Joe Rogan doesn't do that shit. He remains
Oh, the
like
work
in the
chat.
middle, level-headed. I think he's puppeted by
Oh,
shit.
that's a cool
now I'm really
background.
starting to turn on Rogan. Podcasts are still great, but the problem is it's hard to listen to Joe because
this is the top.
when he has somebody on, it's like he'll shit on a guy that was on the week before. It's like he'll just he'll assimilate into whatever that person is, and he'll sort of like
Yeah,
try to
when we
vibe with them.
when you first
rather
built
than-
this, we couldn't figure out how to get up here.
Oh, WCW was great.
Right. Yeah, I didn't have
He does
any
those kind of
there
things
yet.
often. Like you said,
Yeah,
some
we were
issues
just like,
doesn't
well, I
like
don't know why he put
phrase.
this catwalk
He
up here.
tries
You can't get
but
to
I
it
wonder
by
often
any
if
means.
it's a tactic too. It's less
It
of
is.
him being like snaky and two-faced, as more he just tries to make the guest feel as comfortable as possible to have them open up as much.
You nailed it. That's what it does. When he has a guest on who's not volatile,
That's
who
pretty
is
much what I did
just
all
somebody
my-
that everybody wants to hear from.
Do this
Joe
and
Rogan does a
coordinate
great
period,
job
so-
usually of letting the guests talk, and you get
expecting it.
so much out of them it becomes a great conversation because he doesn't throw out any like. He's not fucking. This is the point. He's not a journalist that's trying to cross-examine somebody. He
can't paint the
he sort of
roller
steps
panels.
back and just says,
No.
how can I get the most out of them? I don't want to call them out. That's not my job here to call them out. It's to accept whatever they're going to give me. And through doing that, he comes
Yeah, I
off a
didn't
little
realize
fake.
you could
I get it.
put in the stainless
And,
steel block.
yeah, I think it does suck, though, that he sat there and listened to Jack Dorsey
Drop
on
down
Twitter
and fucking
say
extended the shit down
that,
and it's all stainless
you
steel
know,
down here.
I consider Twitter to be a public service for people that they a thing that they need a utility. He said it was basically a utility. So Jack Dorsey, I lost my connections to Matt Hardy, to WWE, to people in WWE, who took my commentary, people that I met in the business, people around the world. I had 36,000 followers on my original Twitter. 36,000. I lost all kinds of connections and connectivity with the world.
And that was very active too. You had,
right,
hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of times of retweets and
you and now I can't even have a personal Twitter account. If I was to try to make a personal Twitter account that wasn't behind a VPN and wasn't behind another fucking off-server thing, I would be hit. I would be taken away. It would be taken away.
Bad, man.
Even if it was my personal name. They've even gone after Leah's a couple times because they know that we're at the same location. And
yeah, which is awful. That shouldn't be allowed.
Dude, she had to send them her driver's license. So you're telling me, Jack Dorsey, that Twitter is a public forum and a public utility that everybody deserves the right to?
Yeah, he said that everybody should have the right to Twitter.
How come the right-wing conservatives don't all have a right to it? You know what I mean?
And I understand. You have a controversial opinion,
right?
Well, that doesn't. It's controversial. It should be allowed, though. There's a difference when people are, threatening and being outright violent.
Oh yeah, go
That's
check the
thing,
bullets.
You weren't being violent. You weren't threatening. You weren't, that. And it seems like they don't know how to draw.
Yeah, I'll have to go up there and make my little place. I think I just thought of something. I want to make it like the Six Lounge in town.
And again, like,
place.
I'm not just.
I'm gonna put like
my
chairs
account
in
didn't
there
just
and
get shut
shit.
down. My Twitter didn't just get banned. I am permanently banned for life.
So them solar
like
panels.
Alex Jones. I am permanently
What
banned
about
for life
them
on
solar
Twitter.
panels?
And
they're
I'm
smart
solar
about it.
panels
They
will
didn't
recharge
ban
the
you,
battery.
like you get your account
Yeah.
deleted and destroyed.
Right.
They permanently.
Yeah, that's what.
indefinitely
If you had a ran to it, like if the solar panel's wired to that battery bank.
The Joe Cronin show,
right?
Like they're smart about that.
Yeah.
So you don't go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
You can't.
I just
And
wanted
the-
my
wire
battery
any type of
already
stuff.
dead.
So.
It's just
Oh,
like,
really?
and I get it. And here's the thing: I'm not a Republican, luckily, because if I was hardcore, then I'd really be in trouble. But that's the thing is, like, everybody who's an independent, like I'm an independent now, but everybody needs to stand up for each other. You need to stand up for. If you're a Democrat, you need to stand up for
supposed to recharge
Republicans.
them.
If you're a Republican, you need to stand up for Democrats. You need to make sure that you believe something and you fight for it, but you make sure that what you fight for isn't altered, isn't fake, isn't wrong news. That what you're giving everyone a fair shake, because if you really believe something real, you get nothing to worry about.
Sure they didn't confuse you with another Joe Cronin.
No fade to black. It was me 100%. I wrote at MTV. At MTV hates white people, and I was banned 5 minutes later.
Trump.
And they specifically showed the
Fuck yeah,
quote
bro.
and said this is against our policy. And they said your Twitter account has been suspended.
I was wondering when you were gonna notice
Was that labeled as
it.
hate speech?
I
just now
maybe
noticed it.
I don't even know. This was
I don't remember because
God, I don't know.
It was against terms of service. I remember in the screenshot. But
then I made a new one, and 3 months into having the new one, it was taken away.
yeah, and like you said too, it doesn't matter Democrat or Republican, because if you're too far leaning on either side, you are scum. And that Alexander the Great's right. When you get too severe into which way you're leaning, you end up in cuckoo.
I hate the left and the right so much. I just hate the whole idea of it. You can have the views, you can say left and right to like sort of tell people kind of where you align, but like the actual left and right, like just goddamn it, I hate this system. Everybody outside of America is probably sick of us talking about it, but the bottom line is that it fits into what we're talking about.
Did you hear that?
Jack,
Yeah, but when you
Jack
don't talk
Dorsey.
about it, you
It was
end
like
up,
a
with
ding.
like Article 13, where they're, they came
fire
for the
off,
games, then they
click the
came
reload.
for your ability to speak at all.
Oh, they've already come for that. Look at Alex Jones.
Oh, you're pissed
Look
off.
at, I mean,
oh,
you
that's
can-
what that was.
Again, like I hate to
They
bring up
showed
Alex
like a
Jones. You may be
ding.
sitting there right now thinking, "Fuck Alex Jones! What a scumbag piece of shit he is! What he did to those people." And listen, I agree. What he did was fucking weird. But, like, to have your PayPal gone, your MasterCard charging abilities gone, you can't accept payments on MasterCard, PayPal, and you can't be on YouTube. You can't be on
Yeah, still haven't figured
Vimeo.
out
You
that
never
water
even
charge
were on
some more,
Vimeo, but you can't be on Vimeo now.
Oh, really?
All because
Yeah, I don't know what
the things
fucking
you
deal is
said.
or how to do it.
And you have no
They
way to
must
get
have,
on
like, did something in one of the
Instagram,
updates where you
YouTube,
can't do what
Twitter,
that guy was
any
saying
of these
to.
social medias. You can only have your own website, and even on your own website, you can't take payments to
Yeah, and there's
support
no
what
way
you
to
do.
really garner traction or support with your own site, because how do you get people to go there? So.
That is wrong. Like, as wrong as he is, because he is wrong with, you know, and he's not really. I mean, the people that went after those people are sick, but the bottom that, like, I don't want, you know, those people can sue Alex. Those families can sue Alex.
Did you hear about this medical marijuana
for
thing?
harassing the shit out of him.
The way they're doing it, they're putting all these names into one of those rolling
my kid was fake, was an actor,
things, you know,
or
where
that I'm an
you like
actor, or
roll
that
it around
something
and
was an act.
like,
listen, if you want to try to find out
you
the
pick
truth
something
about
out of
why
it, you
the
know,
kid
like
did
picking
it,
out of a hat.
then like that might be
so
okay.
it
But
says
if you're
my
coming to me saying
president
my
picks
kid's
who
not, like, fake,
picks those who
like,
can
I'm gonna be
open medical
fucking furious
marijuana
with you.
dispensaries,
Yeah,
and
that's
it
when
shows
the
this
cease and desist
guy
should come out. That's
like
when,
spinning
you know,
this
the
ball
lawyers get
thing
involved,
with
but-
like the people's
See,
names
I don't
on it.
know all the details, so I got to be.
It's like a lottery
It's like,
thing.
Who got him?
I wonder.
I don't
too,
know. It
like,
doesn't say
Did
yet.
he outright attack these? Did he tell people at any
I
point
hope
to like
fucking
go
Brandon
and
doesn't
go
get
and
one.
you
That'd be
know
so funny.
seek out these families and you know like
yeah,
did
like
he
he never
say
said
that
that.
way or?
I don't think he said that. I don't think he said that. I don't know if there's a clip of that. I don't think he said that.
I was just like, as far as I know, he just stated
Yeah.
his
Isabella
opinion,
County.
If
which is you know murky territory.
And by the
It-
way,
it-
CNN did the same thing. CNN recently said that those kids. CNN played the clip of those Catholic kids.
He's probably like, yeah, Phil's
and
got
said
the
that they
best.
attacked or that they were harassing
It
a
was
Native
fucking good
American
weed, man.
guy.
They couldn't tell.
And it's like, no, the
It
Native
was, like,
American
real
went
good.
into them.
Best weed I've ever
So
smoked.
is
but
and now
context really matters. If that didn't get as much attention, like retweets
Guy
and things
from-
like that,
Right.
Buddy
the
Lonnie
original
worked in
narrative would have
Lansing. He
stayed.
got it from
I
some
mean, look at
black guy
how
that grew
fake
it.
news destroys lives so often.
Like hydroponic.
One of the people that I watch on YouTube,
I
I think,
see.
what is it, like Wavy Web Surfer, I think his name is. He goes and reports on old
Man, you
like
got planting a
memes
lot
and
of
how they
fucking
came
trees
to be.
around.
You know, like one of them was about Rebecca
Yeah,
Black on
it's
Friday.
been
And he was talking about the
re-earthing.
the old meme about the Japanese woman who got
Putting
sued
the forest
because
back into
she had
play, just
plastic
kind of
surgery.
working its way
Harvard
back
is
out.
great.
Kids came out ugly, so the
Harvard's
husband sued her
Yeah.
for $100,000.
Wow,
And,
yeah. See,
you know,
that's
but
the thing
it's-
is you get sued. You get sued, and listen.
Well,
Alex,
the thing is, it was fake. It was really she was part of some type of like photo campaign, and they just used her picture. The story was fake. It never happened. Somebody just put it together as a joke, as a meme, but it ruined her life. She could never get work again. She couldn't get. And by the time all these places posted corrections, it didn't matter because the correction was added after the story went viral, and it just shows how you can't